All right, I think we're live. Hi, Darla. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Make sure everything's going well here. Let's see. Yep, that's turned up. Happy Monday to you. Can you hear me okay, Darla? Hi, Joy. Just make sure y'all can hear me. You can hear? Okay, good. Thanks. All right. Hi, Cindy. Thank you. So if y'all saw my little video, I did a little video. Hi, Janice. Hi, Teresa. I did a little video on this book I made, and we're going to make a similar one, different theme. This was an Asian Oriental theme, and we're going to make a different theme, but same kind of book. So, yeah. Y'all let me know if it looks clear and if everything looks good. Diane, Nash, Elaine, if y'all are joining us, Tina, Karina, if y'all are joining us lurking or watching the recording, I usually come on a little early just to say good morning to everybody. Let's see, my camera's a little crooked. There we go. So I come on to say good morning to everybody before we start the project. This needs to come over just a tad. Hang on, guys. Let's get the camera straight. There we go. There we go. I mean, the book's not straight, but I can see the lines over here. So anyway, yeah. Hi, Sonia, Gina, anybody coming in? Janice. Thanks, everybody. So I got a good response on Instagram when I showed the little video flip of this. So I thought this will be good, I hope. Hi, Arlene. So I already have, and I do have some other couple of books I bought over the weekend, but I did put together already a couple different ones. And I'm just using like poster paper. So if you have like that poster paper, it doesn't matter because you're going to cover and paint over it and all that. So I have a couple different ones. Spine wise, I haven't trimmed them or anything, but you can do as much detail to them as you want, but it's pretty much just poster paper. Oh, good. Thanks, Elaine. Hi, Julie. Happy Marvelous Monday to you. Carla, good morning, everybody. So, hi, Kenny. I know I'm probably missing people. Hi, Suzanne. So thanks everybody for popping in. I stream every Monday and Wednesday if you are watching the recording. And my streams are usually 3.5 hours. And yeah. So if you haven't ever been here where you can be in the live chat, that's always, I think it's always fun. Hi, Gaga. Fritchie, Shannon, Suzanne, Gail, hi, Rebel. Anybody else? Sometimes StreamYard kind of chunks up the chat, so it kind of can move in chunks. Hi, Pacola. How you doing? So, yeah. You're coloring, Suzanne? Okay. So again, I made this little book. I'll show it here. I'll do another flip in a minute, and we're gonna make another one. I think I'm a little bit. If I zoom out anymore, you won't be able to see much. I think this is a good spot. Cuts a little bit off the top and bottom, but I think it's a good spot. Hi, Linda. So yeah. Hopefully, we will have clear sailing today on streaming. If it goes pixelated, if it like last week, I think was it Wednesday? My screen went black for literally 1 second, and that must have thrown off the servers or the syncing or something. But when I left and came back, it was fine. So hopefully that won't happen today. So does it look bright enough? Let's see. Let me go over here to I can brighten it up just a little bit more. Thank you. Thank you, Flo. Thank you, Flo. Other Gail D. Let's see, Joyce B. I know I miss people, guys. It kind of chunks along and then I'll miss people. Hi, Shelly. Good to see you. Always look forward to seeing more composition pages from you. How did you remove the StreamYard logo? I pay for it, Janice. I subscribe. I pay monthly. So that's how that's how I can put my let's see here. Let's see. There we go. So I can put what I want there. So I won't leave that there because it's kind of, I mean, it's okay, but it blocks anything, you know. But that's how you get rid of the StreamYard logo. You pay for it. Let's see. Hi, Molly, Kalura, Kathy B, Peggy. So yeah, so thanks everybody that helps that supports the channel. You help pay for that. So I don't do a join button, a membership button. So if you super chat me, I really appreciate that. Or PayPal tip jar me. That's always nice. It helps pay for the hi Teresa. I got your card. I haven't read your letter, but I got your card. Molly, Thitha Neapolitan. Good morning. So, yeah, hope everybody's doing well. And yeah. So I'm just going to say good morning for a couple more minutes and we'll get crack-a-lacking. Hi, B. Just dropping in on my way to work. Okay, thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thank you. And let's see, who else? Those lines, when the lines are crooked there, it kind of bothers me, these lines. I did paint over I put a whitewash of paint on my picket fence because it was getting a little beat up. So I just paint over it. Let's see. Hi Celie. How you doing? Good to see you. Good morning, Julie. I just like to I like clicking on everybody's names. I like doing that. That's one of the things I like about StreamYard, that, and we can have guests. So, yeah, I do have guests planned and just haven't done it yet. I want to try to keep my Monday and Wednesdays kind of the same and have other days to have guests. So we'll see how it goes, but you never know. I might have someone just pop in. You know, Janet and I did some testing, and I think we both, now that we're both hardwired, instead of using Wi-Fi, thank you, Pacola, for that tip. Since we're both hardwired now, instead of using Wi-Fi, to use StreamYard. And on StreamYard, guys, at this time, we only get 720p. We don't get 1080p like we did on YouTube. We only get 720, but I think they're going to be trying to upgrade that at some point. Hi, Rain Willow. Let's see. Anybody else I missed? Thanks, everybody, for being here. I got my hot coffee for coffee and art in the morning. I got some cold juice, so if my throat gets dry, I got my cold juice. Hi, Ann. Tastes good. So what everybody do over the weekend? Did anybody do anything exciting? I went up and saw Denise for her early birthday day, because her birthday falls in the middle of the week. We went up there on Saturday, and I stopped by Barnes and Noble, got a couple books. So I'll do a little flip. They're a figure drawing. They're from the 1940s. Well, they're reprints, but the original, Andrew Loomis. They're from the 1940s, and they are figure drawing. So there is nude people in there. So I'll try to just do a little flip. So, but if you're going to learn to draw the figure, you're going to have to draw nude people. But I try not to, show anything like that on the YouTube channel. So even though this channel is not made for children, I still try to, keep it family friendly. Hi, Janice. Who else? Two Janices. Marie. Thank you, Marie. Did you see last week? Let's see. You got your Holbeins today? Is it Holbein? Holbein? Yeah, those are nice. Did you get all those pastel colors? I love them. I got to use them more, Suzanne. I have to use my I call them Holbees. I got the Polys, the Holbees, the Loomies, and the Prismas. Although Galena did message me and said that there's a new set of the not the Spider, not the Cobra. What's her main brand name? Let me see here. Black Widows. There's a new set of Black Widows out if you go on Amazon. I don't have them, but there is a new set out. So just FYI, if y'all like the Black Widows, the Cobras, the Scorpions. Anyway, there's a new set out now on Amazon. Let's see. All right. Suzanne says she played Pokemon Go. Oh, a festival event? How did y'all, is it like, social distancing Pokemon get-togethers? I don't know. I've never played the Pokemon Go. Is that the one? That is the one where you go out, right? And find the locations. I never got into that. I'd have to go too far. I'd have to go too far to find anything. So I never did that. And I don't play Animal Crossings either. So hi, Janet. So hope everybody's doing well. Don't forget, Janet streams at 1 p.m. Eastern, right after, usually about an hour after me. So hi, let's see. I said hi to Anne. I know I'm probably missing. Hi, Mary. Hi, 3G. Okay, listen while you make your breakfast. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let me move my little icon here off there. You can go. Let's see. There we go. Just so we don't have it in the way. Let me go back to my comments. There we go. All right, so I'm going to start with, if y'all missed it, I did a little flip through. Do I need to back out, or is this good? I can back out, but when I start working, it's going to be probably too far away. See, is that too far away? Should I zoom back in a little? I think I should zoom back in, shouldn't I? Go back in one like that. So anyway, I made this book like for Faux-Fimera. I really just want to do some themed books because I bought all that paper from Zandra. So what I did is I did this one. I did this Asian theme, and then I've got some other blank ones ready to go here. And I'll show you how I did it. It's really nothing to this. It's a lot of glue. And then I separated 3 more piles of stuff based on themes, although I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 themes that I want to do. This is number 1. And I have 3 more done or picked. And then I have, is it 3 or 4? Maybe 4. No, I think I got 4. I got 4 more picked, and I'll show you what I've got picked out. But I'm only going to do one today. I haven't really decided which one. I kind of have. So, but anyway, I've got 4 more themes picked out, and then I've got 2 more to do after that. So I've got a total of, did I say 6? 6 of them picked out, maybe 7. And so to do little kind of like folio type books, y'all know we've done things with, hi Kathy A. Y'all know we've done things with file folders forever, and Kathy Arbor's actually working on another project for everybody with file folders. And we did Alphabetica. We've done, over the last 10 years, we've done all kinds of things with file folders. But I said, well, I'm just going to use poster type paper, poster board type paper, and cut it down, and made, so let me tell you this size here. I think it's 10 by, yeah, it's a little over 10 by, let me get my ruler going the right way. 10 by 14 and a half or so. 10 by 14-ish. Can be a little, it's a little bigger than 10 by 14. But you can just cut down a poster board to whatever size you want, because you're going to be covering it. You're going to be painting on it. You're going to be putting pockets on it. So the base is long, and I've doubled up. I've doubled up on the most of it. I think there might be a couple places where I didn't double the sheets, but double up on the poster board, and then you're going to cover it with paper and paint on it and do so many other things on it. So the base is, just as long as it's pretty sturdy. I wouldn't use, don't use sketch paper. It needs to be pretty heavy, because if you want to make it like hold things with pockets, you want it to be pretty sturdy. You could use a file folder if you wanted, or multiple file folders glued together, because that's what I did. I glued multiple pieces of the poster board together to make it nice and sturdy and stiff. So anyway, I'll go ahead and do a flip of this. If y'all have any questions, put it in caps, so I know you're talking to me. I won't think you're yelling at me. Is this too close, or is this okay, guys? What do you think? Is this pretty good here? Right in here, I hope. Hi, Kimberly, 557. I said hi to Arlene and Ann. Let's see. Hope everybody's doing well and had a good weekend. Everybody's healthy and staying sane. Hi, Lori. Lori loves. Let's see. Okay, it looks good. Thanks, Pacola. So this is the cover. And again, this just has 4 pages, but front and back. Okay, 4 pages front and back. But again, it's duplicate. It's 2 glued together. Okay, and I'll show you that in a minute after I do this flip. I hope I'm fitting in there. I'm just barely fitting in there. So on the first page here, and again, these papers are the Stamperia ones, and these right here are napkins, which I've pulled napkins for the other project, but they're napkins glued on to little excess pieces or little extra pieces of the poster board. This one's 2 glued together because I cut it out of the middle, and I'll show you how I did that. But just one piece of one thickness is fine. Here's how thick the original paper is. It's probably about I don't know, it's quite 110. It's probably a 90 weight, but there's 2 glued together. So when you glue them together, they're extra, they're extra sturdy. Plus you're putting paper and paint and other things on it. So, but with these extra little pieces, well, these I'm using for the project, but you can just glue, and I just glue the napkin on with a glue stick, glue the napkins on with a glue stick. And we're going to be doing this. So just hang loose. We're going to be doing, all the different steps, and then fussy cut it out. And then I edged it with stickles. So you can see I edged it with stickles there. And then some of where you just see gold paint that's not glitter, that's where I just pick some gold paint up on my finger and run it along the edges. So it's not perfect. It's kind of a little messy, which is what I wanted. I wanted it kind of looking kind of jaggedy and not just perfectly like a straight line. So that's what the gold is. The gold is just um, Deco Art metallic splendid gold. And this one's almost out. I hope I have another one. I'll be using a different gold. But anyway, because I used a lot of it making this book. So anyway, I got some little paper clips. This is one of the little stamps that I got from, this one wasn't Patty's, but this was the foamy stamps we showed last week. These are the foamy stamps, and I just stamped it out and cut it out just because I thought it kind of had an Asian feel to it. And then again, these are napkins cut out. This right here is just a piece of paper, a piece of, I don't want to call it scrapbook paper, but it's a specialty paper that could get like at a scrapbook store back in the day, or probably Michael's, Hobby Lobby. Definitely you can get some specialty papers like this at Blick or any art supply store. So let's move this out of the way for a minute. Then this is just a little paper clip. I'm just trying to kind of show you all the different elements. This I just glued 3 sides to keep it a pocket. Right here, a little paper clip with the little rag flag. It's just a little piece of ribbon. I want to try to show y'all all the elements. That's just a little woody butterfly that I put, dragonfly that I put some stickles on. This right here is a napkin. That's a napkin glued down with a glue stick onto some of the same poster board and cut down. And let me show you the back. So the back is kind of the same way, has the same kind of little pocket area. And then these are, this is one of the Stamperia papers. This is just a specialty paper that I had in my stash. So the idea here is to use your stash, go through your stash, find the stuff that fits. Find the stuff that fits your theme, because I've got all different themes. I'll show you the ones I have picked. We're going to do one. Hi, Lisa Scott. Housekeeping day. Well, good to see you. Oh, well, thanks for stopping in and saying hi. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And then there's Arlene, and then there's Eileen. There's Eileen, our enabler. There's Colleen. We got all the leans. Hi, Melinda. So, yeah. So anyway, that's the back, and it's got the same kind of little motifs. Again, these are just napkins cut out. Well, what the easiest way to do it is have like a piece of the cardboard, the poster board, and then just kind of put the glue all over it and put your napkin down and then fussy cut. Don't try to fussy cut this out and glue it. And we're going to do one, so you'll see. You want to really just glue kind of the whole napkin piece, the napkin square, down with your glue stick, and then fussy cut it out. Don't try to cut this out and then glue it down. You're going to be having trouble doing that because you don't know exactly the size of the poster board that you're going to need. So, and again, that's napkin right there. We just made a pocket. Okay, so let's go back to the front. And again, this is 2 pages right there. Oops, this is 2 pages right there. So this one is only 8 pages total. And the second page is a big cutout. Okay, so here's the second page. Let me get a sip of my juice. And excuse the squeaky chair, but my chair is so comfortable. I don't care if it's 25 years old. Let's see. So here I have, there's a whole little bunch of, just little stuff. And I paper clipped it together, some paper clips, a little rag flag, and it's tags. This is some of the Stamperia papers. This is a napkin that I did not use, but I love this napkin, so I'm putting that in there. And again, I just made a little pocket here that I glued on 3 sides. This is some ribbon here. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's like a floral. You can get it in different colors, different thicknesses, different size. And, it doesn't have to be this particular ribbon. It can be whatever you have. And same thing for this little piece here. So I just made this to stick this in here. And then up here at the top, I have another napkin. Again, I did not use this particular napkin, but I liked it and I had one. So I have a couple, but and then here are all the tags and little cutouts from the Stamperia paper pad. And I haven't decided what I want to do with these yet. So I just cut them all down. They were on the sheet. And I cut them all down and put them in another little pocket that I made up here. And same thing for this napkin. So again, everybody's stuff is going to be different. So whatever you have that fits your theme is what you want to incorporate into it. Now, what I'm going to do with all the books, all the different ones that I'm making, all the different themes, is have a cutout like this. I'm going to have a cutout frame and then one major image that goes through it. This was just a little piece of a wood, not real, I mean, it was a picture of a limb. So I cut that out and just let it kind of lay there. And I did put glitter on both sides to give it a little more sturdy. The paper I got from Zandra, Scraps to Beauty, at her shop. And there, Janet just put a link in there. Yeah. There's paper pads and like rice paper type. And I'll show you because I got some other ones. Rice paper kind of paper. And that is flashing out just a little bit. Maybe I need to turn down the light. Let's see. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, you can get it from, it's Stamperia paper, and they have paper pads and these rice paper type of sheets that you can buy. And I got them from Zandra's shop. You can probably get them other places too. Mary, the base of is just like poster board. It's like big sheets of poster board. You know, the white poster board that you do with your kids. I don't even, $1 a sheet or something like that, depending on probably where you buy it. You can buy heavier paper at Michael's and Hobby Lobby, but that's just the thickness because I put two together. Another sip of my juice there. So what I did is I cut out the middle, and I'm going to do that on all the books. And I'm going to show you how I cut mine out. Then I painted, this is all just painted black. Again, I use a lot of craft paint. And then the little dots here are just, and I tried to pull everything I used, just little, the liquid pearls. But you could use, you know, your Stickles or whatever brand. You know, this is, that's liquid pearls. And this one is the Ranger one. So there's just different brands. But you can use whatever you want, whatever color you like. But that's what the little dots are. And it's just painted black with acrylic flat paint and then dotted. Now, the thing about doing stuff like some of these steps, I'm going to have to try to remember to wait, like putting little dots like this on anything, because it takes a while to dry. You really can't heat gun that. Or the Stickles, you kind of have to just let it dry on its own. So you want to make sure that you do Stickles, the glitter, or outlining your flowers with the glitter, or putting the little pearl dots. You want to do that last because you're going to have to sit it aside to let it dry. Okay. Yeah, Eileen, you have every source in the world. Eileen is our enabler elf. I got mine from Zandra. So again, so I just put some cutout napkins, and some of the paper here I punched out with a circle punch. And then this, I just hand cut a circle from the foamies that I got from the foamies, the foamy site. And so then we turned this, and I painted this border all with gold paint. So I painted all that. I wanted it to kind of look like wood. So I kept my paint strokes going all one direction. You may or may, there, you can see it right there. You can see the paint strokes. I wanted it to look like gold painted wood. So it's probably kind of hard to see on camera. And then then I went over it with this, with again, the liquid pearl dots. So again, that has to sit for some time. So the whole project probably took me, I'm going to say, if I could sit down and not stop, probably 5 hours. is how long the whole book took me to do. But I was also doing planning as I was going because this was the first one. So I was thinking about what I wanted to do, cutting out different elements. But because you have to let things dry in between, I'm going to say probably 8 hours maybe to make one of these. If you set aside the project every time you do something that has to dry, like this had to take an hour, this had to probably take an hour, so everything has to have time to dry in between. But I am going to try to make one, and again, if you make one, you're going to decorate it with whatever theme you like. I'm going to show you 4 other themes based on Stamperia papers and stuff. And Stamperia is not sponsoring me or anything. I just love these papers. I bought them from Sandra, and and so I want to use them. And again, this one only has 2 of the books I made have 1 extra page in it. This one only has front and back 8, and it's 4 pages, but it's 2 glued together. So every page is 2 thicknesses because I've glued it together. Okay, so here's the next page. Again, I used my foamy stamp. This one I painted with the hot pink edging. I glued down these papers first. I glued down the papers. This is another Stamperia paper. I glued it down and then painted around the edge. And I didn't do the gold till later. Again, you got to let that dry. But I used the Art Foamy stamp and stamped all over it. Then I just went around each one with my gold Arteza paint pen, but you could use whatever, whatever kind of gold pen, silver, whatever color you want. Oh, thank you, Flo. Or just your glitters or your pearls or whatever. You can go around it. And then these little dots are just paint. They're just the bullet tip Arteza, and I just did dots on this one. So this one didn't have dimensional. And again, I tucked in all kinds of little, here's some napkins, some little papers. This paper I've had forever. And so I made pockets with that. And then I just ran gold paint, put gold paint on a makeup wedge and just kind of like you would a rub and buff, and just kind of rubbed over the texture of the paper with gold paint. And then all the rest of this is just cutouts from the Stamperia. This is a napkin that I glued to a piece of paper. Here's some more of the cutouts from the Stamperia pad, little circle that I made from it. Here's a piece of the washi tape that I used on the front and around the wraps. And then here's another of the napkins that I use with the gold on it. Another little piece of napkin, and just whatever. You can make your own little embellishments, your own little pieces to cut out. Hi, little sister. I know I'm missing people coming in. Also, or some Posca pins because, yeah, Posca pins are very useful. Okay, so then I use some washi tape here. In any place I use washi tape. Washi tape is really not made for holding anything, and it may not even, depending on the brand, it's not the stickiest stuff in the world. So anytime you use washi tape, I ran a bead of glue down here, ran my finger over the bead of glue, and then put the washi tape down. And the glue I used was just Eileen's tacky glue, and I use a lot of it. So if you're going to make this project, you probably want to have one of these big jars because you're going to use a lot of glue to glue these together. Let me see who that is. Don't know. Okay. So there's that. So, and again, this is some more of that rosette ribbon. It comes in a strip. You buy it by the yard, or maybe it's on a roll. I don't remember. I think it might be on a roll, but I think I got that at Hobby Lobby. Yeah, you're going to use a lot of it because you really want to glue your 2. I might show you how I did one, just to kind of show you how I glued some together. There's really not a lot to it. I just squeezed out a lot of glue, ran my finger over. You don't ever want to leave your glue in blobs. You want to smooth it all. So I smoothed it all out with my finger, went all the way to the edge with all my gluing, and then glued it together. And then after I got done with the 4 layers, two, after I got done with that, then I put it under a heavy box, put it under that overnight to make sure everything glued really down well. Now, it doesn't look 100%. It has a little bit of warp to it, but that doesn't matter because you're going to paint it, you're going to paper it, you're going to cover it, you're going to put ribbon and stuff all over it. So I never care if anything is 100% perfect, but I just, so you know, if you see any kind of warpage or anything, that's going to probably happen, but you're going to be covering it up so much you're not probably going to see any of it. Again, some more paper clips, just whatever matched. I had these pink ones, so there's paper clips there ready for me to tuck something in if I need to. Let's see. Remember, guys, put it in caps if you're talking to me. All right, so again, pockets. I just glued this paper down on some of the same poster paper, and then spread some gold paint over it, and then cut it down, trimmed it, and glued 3 edges to make pockets. And again, you want to let that sit. You want to make sure that glue is set down really well before you start tucking things in, because then you're just going to either glue the thing to the bottom wherever you put the glue, or you're just going to lift it up. So you want everything to dry well. That's why I wanted to have one completely made for you guys before we did a new one, so you could see all the process and steps, and if you have any questions. And then again, here's the back page. So this one only has, again, 8 pages total, including the covers. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because including the cover is 1 and 2. So that is the completed one, and you can continuously add things to it. So if you want to take it, can be like your flow book, but instead of like a generalized flow book where you pick things out, your ephemera and your scraps and your whatever, and you have it all in one big thick book, all your stuff, you can do it by theme. So you can have one book like this that has a theme, and you can make multiple themes. Do they ate in your refrigerator? I have no idea what that means, Suzanne. I don't know who you're talking about. My refrigerator? I don't know. I don't know what that is, what you're asking, Suzanne. Maybe you could re-ask it, or maybe I missed part of it. So there's the one. Oh, sit on. Do they sit in my refrigerator? No, they don't go in my refrigerator. Anyway, so there's one theme. Now the other themes that I have picked, well, let me show you the ones I've made here. So I made 2 different sizes. One, I did the same exact size which has 8 pages. Again, I'm considering a page the covers too. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I made a couple more that have 1 more page. But if I did that, then what I did is I wrapped it. So I have double thickness on the inside. Then I have 1 page that glued down and wraps around the whole thing. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one has 10. So I have 2 here that have 10 pages, and then 1 that has the same amount of pages as this Asian book. This is one we're going to use today. But what I wanted to show you is how you can just cut down. I haven't trimmed this out. You can trim this down neater or leave it. It doesn't really matter. It's totally up to you. They're all just glued together, Tracy. Let me show you how. Let me get a couple sheets here. So this is how they work. So here's 1 sheet. This is one sheet, one individual sheet folded in half, right? And again, it's about 10 and a quarter, 14 and a quarter, whatever. You can make these whatever size you want. You can just use file folders if you want, okay? But this is what the size is that it's cut down, folded in half. Then this is completely covered with glue, and your second page is just glued straight on top. And then the third page and the fourth page. So everything on the inside is double. It's all double pages because you're just stacking and gluing. And then if you want, what I did on this one is then I wrapped one. So this one has one wrapped all the way around. Okay, so you can do it either way. This one, the first one here, has one wrapped around. So you can see if it's wrapped around, there's no edge. So you can do it however you want. Okay, you can either just stack them. I would stack them and put something on the edge. I would put something on the edge, whether you stacked it and wrapped it or didn't wrap it, I mean, with a full sheet. I would put something to make the spine. Can you see that? To make the spine smooth. And again, I'll probably trim this down. I wanted to hurry up and glue a bunch of them together for you, so I had some ready. But that's what this is. This is, it's poster paper. Like your kids' poster paper. But again, if you want to make them a little smaller, let me get a file folder here. Show you the size difference. So if you want to glue them together, though, because that's pretty flimsy. But if you glue them together, let me show you the size difference there. There's the size difference of a file folder. And yeah, it is simple. You're just gluing. But again, I literally covered the whole thing with glue from edge to edge to edge. And then I took my finger and smoothed it out, smoothed it all the way to the edge. So the glue goes all the way to the edge. So put some wax paper under there and be careful not to glue your two sheets together. But you want the glue to go all the way to the edge, and you need a sturdy glue. I love my Eileen's Tacky. A glue stick is not going to be very sturdy. Not over any long term, Now, when you're doing your napkin pieces or anything like that, I use a glue stick for that stuff. But when I glued down my pockets on three sides, or when I glued the pieces together, I use the Eileen's Tacky. Very well, yeah. I don't know what you mean. Isn't it a nice function? I like it. I like to hold my ephemera in it. So, and you can continue to add to it and use it. So if you're doing a project and you need some Asian ephemera, if you don't have lots of file folders, I'm a collage artist, so I'm going to have tons more than the average person in themes of stuff, right? But most people are not going to have, much more than say all this, right? This is quite a bit for, one particular theme. But you can make more pockets. You don't have to have a cutout here, or you can put more pages. You can have more pages. There's still plenty of room in here for lots of stuff. Okay, so you can do this in whatever theme you make. Yeah, I'm going to, Suzanne, you missed the beginning. That's what we're doing today. We're making one today. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to glue because the glue needs to sit overnight. You need to glue it together, put some pressure on it, and let it sit overnight. So I'm not going to show you how to glue two pieces of paper together. I think y'all got that. So I'm going to take one of these here that I got and take the thin one. I'm going to take the one that has 8 pages rather than one that has 10 pages. This one that I made here, like I said, has 8 pages, and it probably took, I don't know, but the drying time has to be included in there, 6-8 hours, including drying time. But I did the bulk of it and the planning of it in 4 or 5 hours. But it's more time than we have here to do this fully, so I want to try to do as much as I can. So I'm not going to show you how to glue this together. I think y'all know how to do gluing. I just wanted to show you the type of glue. The other thing I want to show you real quick that I got, and I did cover up the boobage on this. These are the 2 books that I got at Barnes and Noble on Saturday. I love Andrew Loomis. He was an artist, a figure artist, and a teacher. Probably in the 30s and the 40s, these books came out. The original books, these are reprints, came out in the 40s, and there's other ones too. These are the two that Barnes and Noble had. Their hard copies, and I've always wanted to get the hard copies of these reprints. That is. And I think they come out. I think they also have them in soft cover. They're hard to find sometimes. Sometimes it is. Are we okay here? Are we? Suzanne said, "Is it just Suzanne that's skipping?" Okay. Thank you, Picola. Yeah, I'm going to listen to my mods if they say I'm skipping or something. I can always leave and come back. But if it's just one person, I'm not going to leave and come back. Thank you, Picola. Yeah, you like these too, Kathy? Yeah, so I'm not going to do too much of a flip through them because they are, especially this one, they're figure drawing. So there's nude, they're nude. He used actual models. But what's really interesting at the beginning, these came out in the 1940s. And what's so interesting, he gives a lot of information at the beginning, an opening chat. And I read all this on the way back from north of Atlanta. When we drove through Atlanta, I read all this. And so anyway, it's just so interesting to listen to him as a teacher explain the importance of figure drawing well, and the practice and what it takes, and all that. It's just really good. So again, it's just all kinds of figure drawing and all the different parts, and male and female, the proportions, and figure drawing for all it's worth. And this is a fundamental figure drawing. And then this one is creative illustration, and it's thicker. Here, let me show you the sizes here, so you can see. And this was first, and this one was second. I think there's a one or two books in between. I don't have. Let's see. Let me look here at the beginning. He might list them. So figure drawing for all it's worth, drawing the head and hands, successful drawing, and fun with the pencil, and then creative illustration, and I think there's might be others after that. But these are the two that I really wanted to get, and they have both of them at Barnes & Noble in hardback. You probably can get them on Amazon for a little cheaper, but the times I've looked on Amazon, they didn't have them in stock. Maybe they have them now. I don't know. I didn't check. So again, it's lots of information, and I know a lot of it's dated, but composition and layout and flow and stuff like that is going to be timeless. So he's got lots of different here's some colors section, and again, there's going to be nudity in it. It's figure drawing. It's how to draw, look, all the different kind of layouts and everything. So it's just really an awesome book, and I'm real excited to go through them. But I do want to, I did read the intros, and they're really very, very interesting at the beginning. His opening chats, these are so good. So anyway, I really enjoyed just reading the beginnings of them. So there's that I got. If y'all want to know more about those, I can, try to show some of it. But all right, so let's see. So again, here is one that I've got already glued and cut. Now, how I cut this, let me show you. I'm not going to do one because I want to keep moving. But I just took my cutting pad, put that under there like this, and I just took my 2-inch wide ruler and just measured all the way around 2 inches with my ruler. And then, now I didn't cut with this, but I measured with this. You don't want to cut with a plastic ruler. So then I took my metal ruler and cut it down with an X-Acto. Okay. So I just cut the hole out by myself. Okay. Yeah, I know, right, Melinda? Yeah, the books are from the 40s. So that's how I cut the thing. Now, you could probably do it before you. I just waited until I put it all together so I knew which pages that I wanted glued. Okay, which ones I wanted glued. So we're going to work in this. Now, let me show you the different themes that I picked. Okay, I have 4 other themes here based on some, and I just put them in file folders just to keep it all together for you guys. So if you have this made, then you don't need this because you can put all this stuff in here. Okay. So the different ones I have, again, the Stamperia papers I got from Zandra. This one, let me get to the pad of paper. This one is the Sea World. All right, let's see. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. I'm either going to do this one or the star. Maybe I think I'm going to do the star one, but just to show you the different papers. All right. So and you can buy the bigger sheets like this. I got a couple different ones here. Okay. I don't want to move too fast, but I want to keep crack-a-lacking because it's going to take a while to make one. So this one is the Mechanical Sea World. So it's kind of like steampunk mermaid. Steampunk meets a mermaid. And Zandra has used some of this paper in some of her mermaid journaling. And so, again, it doesn't have to be this particular pad of paper, but you can get the idea of what you can kind of do. So this is kind of steampunk under the sea. And again, I would do the same thing I did with the Asian one, except it would be this theme. And then I have these 2 papers. This is the one that I would use it in the, over here. This is the one that I would use on the inside right here. Okay. Just like I did this one. Okay. Big paper here. Same thing that I'm doing. Whoops. Same thing that I would do with this. I'd have a main focal image like this. Okay, I'd have that in there. And then all different kinds of elements around it. Like, let me move this. I've got this paper here. And again, I got these from Zandra and at her shop, Scraps to Beauty. And her store is called Paint and Paper Studios. Thank you, Pacola. Here, let me put that up there. There's the link. There's Zandra's shop. And that's where I got all these papers. Okay, so, but what I did here is I just pulled some other elements of my own stuff to show you what else, some stuff you can use. Now, I didn't pull every ribbon, every washi tape, every 3-dimensional element for the cover. I have all that stuff. When I decide which one of these I'm going to do, then I can pull more stuff like washi tape, stencils, if I want to do any foam stamping or any ribbon or old junk jewelry or fabrics or tags or whatever. We'll pick that based on whichever theme we do. But I just wanted to kind of show you some of the papers that I picked. There's some vellum. Here's a couple napkins. There's this napkin, the fish napkin, 2 different kind of shell napkins. So I pulled all this stuff. And what I'll do with this is either and or do things like cut these out so I could have the shells. Instead of this, I'd have shells, right? Or the coral, and or wrap making pockets, because these are napkins here. This is just napkin, and I cut that out and made a pocket. So you can use it for pockets. You can border it. I could put it on the edges. Here's some washi tape here. And again, here's another napkin pocket. So you can use the napkins. Here's washi tape here, washi tape there. And then again, here I would use, the different elements cut out. Well, first I would glue them I would glue stick these down on some leftover pieces of the cardstock or the poster board, and then cut them out. Okay, don't try to cut this out and glue it down, then try to cut it out again. I'll show you in a minute when we go to do one. So I have those napkins, again, more of the same. This one's just been partially used. Here's another piece of another one of the papers from Zandra, the industrial C1. Here's some tissue paper that I had that could go along with it. So all these are elements that I could possibly use, plus more, plus adding ribbon, washi tape, whatever, stenciling, stamping. But I just want to show you how I kind of pick some themes. So there's that theme. Okay. Let me see if y'all have anything to say in chat. Put it in caps. All right. So there's that theme. Then the other themes that I have, well, I have 8 themes picked, but I only made 4 up. Okay. Put 4 together, I should say. This is the one I'm thinking I want to do today. Okay, this one is, let me get to the paper pad. This is the Cosmos, and it's kind of like what I love, outer space and things like that, but it's also got like wolves and, you know, moons and deer and kind of woodsy. It's kind of like space meets woodsy. And so I think I might go with this because I also have in my personal stash the Stargazer stack. So this I could use. These could be pockets. They could just be whatever embellishment. So I have this stack of Stargazer. I got this at Michael's. I think it was at Michael. No, Hobby Lobby. Paper Studios, Hobby Lobby. So anyway, but there's all kinds of this type of paper out there, but it's got maps, space. So I'm thinking I might go with this theme today. Plus, I don't have it pulled right now, but I have the chipboard pieces that go with this. So that might give us a little bit extra flair. And so let me just kind of flip through this real quick. Again, this is a Stamperia Cosmos, and these are 8 by 8, and I've already taken them apart. But like here, this right here, I can cut these down and put this in the pockets, and just space and moons. Here's little quotes. The little quotes can be there. This could be a focal background page. So just so you can see, tags, these can all be cut out. I hope we're not, are y'all able to see this fairly well? So just so you can kind of see. Okay. So I pulled this. I have this little leftover star. This is, I think this was from one of Zandra's order from Zandra. She had some of this star tissue in there, this dragonfly tissue. See, thank you. That's from Zandra when I ordered from her. This is a napkin, but look at it. It just looks like this could be useful in here. This is one of my jelly plated papers that are in here. This is, somebody sent me an envelope, a handmade paper envelope. So I thought this might be good in there. I just pulled from my stash. Again, here's some more papers that I'd cut up. These are from Hobby Lobby. I had this sheet and a piece of this left and some of this left. This is really old. I had this in my stash forever. It's one of those specialty papers, but I pulled by color and by theme. Thank you, Flo. Thanks all the lurkers here. So I'm thinking I might roll with this one today. For one thing, I have all the matching chipboard. I bought that from Xander's shop too. The matching chipboard that has the little wolves and the moons and all that. So I think that just might be a good one to use. So this is my first choice that we're going forward with. But I want to show you a couple other ones here that I have. So this one is the Codex Leonardo, and this is Ciao Bella Paper Company. And again, I want to really, when I do this one, I'm going to want to pull, because y'all know Mona Lisa is my muse and Leonardo is one of my favorite artists. So I want to take more time to pull. But here is a couple of more of Xandra's steampunk type papers, and these are from Stamperia, and then these are from the Ciao, what is it again? Ciao Bella paper pad. So you can see this one's going to be really fun, and I'm going to want to take my time with this one because I love Leonardo and Mona, and I'm going to want to put some extra time in this. So anyway, but you can see all the little things you can cut out and use, plus the backs of the papers. So again, there's a lot of steampunk, Leonardo, quotes. So again, this will be another book. This will be another. Oh, and then this is just some I don't know where I got this from, but it's a big piece of tissue paper showing different architectural things that I thought just fit with Leonardo too. Here's some gold tissue paper. This is some old. I got this. I remember I got this at Barnes and Noble years and years ago, and you can see this is all I have left of it. It was a world map type vintage map. So I'll use bits of that. Let's see what else here. Here's some more tissue papers, and I think these might have come from Xander's shop as well, because Janet sent me this, and I think she bought it at Xander's shop. Did you get this? If you're around, Janet, did you get this sheet at Xander's shop? This tissue paper. So again, I'll use this in my Leonardo. It could go with the space theme too, but I'm going to use it in the Leonardo. Some more you can, guys, I'm telling you, you can find this tissue papers. Look in any place that sells party supplies. Look at any place that has like for instance, now Hobby Lobby doesn't have something like quite like this, but you might find a full sheet of tissue paper that has music all over it. Same for this one. I think that's the same one. So just different tissue papers. And again, the striped gold napkin, I pulled a couple sheets of that. So I just pulled all kinds of stuff to use and to show you guys like what you can she doesn't have it anymore. Okay, well there's all kinds. She always has new stuff. Always follow Xander Scraps to Beauty on Instagram, because she always posts all the new stuff she gets in her shop. Okay, so there is that one, the Leonardo. And then there's this one, which I'm going to do a Renaissance type theme. And I do have some napkins coming, so this one's not built up enough, but I wanted to show you how you could do paint your little border. So this one I painted it dark blue, a navy blue background, and then I used my paint pens to do my own leaves like this, so that when I do the borders here, I could either glue these on or just paint these over. I just made these for samples for you, so you can see how you can make your own painted strips to frame out your piece, or to use for pockets. You can make all your own. You can make your own papers and borders and decorate it and make it yourself, make it yourself. So I can either use these and glue them down, or I could, use some strips here or on the edges, or maybe on the front and back cover. I could do that. I want the Renaissance one, to have a lot of calligraphy and illuminated lettering type things, because y'all know I used to be I still do calligraphy, but I don't want to call myself a calligrapher anymore, because nobody really hires you, except like my karate dojo hires me to do giant oversized certificates for the graduates. But for the most part, people just print out what they want fonts, and they don't hire calligraphers unless you're the queen or something. I always say that because I'm sure the queen still has her royal calligraphers. So anyway, there's that. So I pulled a couple different napkins here that I might use in my Renaissance. This might also could go with they can go with other things too, but here's some tissue papers and some more tissue papers here. I think this is wrapping, like gift wrap tissue paper, and some music notes and some calligraphy. This is some very old marbleized paper. Again, this is some rice paper, back when scrapbooking stores had this kind of thing. Here's some actual parchment paper that I would have used for calligraphy. And then somebody sent me this. I don't remember who sent me this. Let's see. Mystical Carol, but this is some of her textured paper, and I thought that would go well in the Renaissance type thing. But I'm waiting for other napkins to come, and plus I want to do some calligraphy. Hi, Hermie, Artful Dabbler, Tori. Let's see who else. Riri. Anybody else I missed? So those are some themes that I have picked out. But I think I think I want to go with the space theme, the space and animal theme, just because I like that I have extra different things like this paper and I have the chipboard. So I think we're going to roll with this one. Just, it'll just be different, So again, this is our original. This is the first one that I made over the weekend. And they do take a while. I'm not going to lie. They take a while to make. And this only has 8 pages, including the front and back covers, which I'm saying that's page 1. It's front and back, and it has 8 pages. And I'm including this as a page and a page as well. So just so you can kind of see how we're kind of laid out. All right. So I do have this one. Let me move the folder out of the way. I do have this one already cut. There's a hole here. So I have to decide what I want as a main focal point. Like, do I want this page with one of the big animals? Like, let's get the rest of it here. I don't have a tissue page for this stack. Like, I mean, I've got wheels and gears, but I really want to keep this one kind of space. Now I have some old atlases that have some star charts on it. This looks upside down to me. It has star charts on it and stuff, but I'm just going to try to do what we have here. All right, so I'm kind of liking this sheet here because it's a nice, oops, I want to tear it there, focal point. I love this map chart here. But I like this too, so I might make this a door. Like I might make this just a tip in because I like both sides. You don't have to make them all exactly the same. You can do different things. Again, these tags can get cut up, put in a pocket. Here's another, and this is the Cosmos, the Stamperia Cosmos. So I'm just taking them all apart so I can flip them and look at the different sides. So I like that. Let's see what else we have here. So I kind of like this right here, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out. Then I can use this circle with something else. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's see here. These scissors are a little better, a little tinier. So I'm going to just go ahead and cut this out of the center of this paper. So I hope y'all are still with the tour. Hi, Lucia. Hi, Miss Vicky. Thank you. Yep, we're making, you probably saw this on Instagram, the flip I did of this on Instagram. We're making a similar one, but just a different theme. So I'm just going to cut this out. These little tiny bitty scissors, which I don't know that I needed to pick these, and I might go with silver. Well, no, I got gold, and I guess I still go with gold. Although, I'm gonna have to see if I still have some gold. I'm almost out of gold. All right, so now let me cut out. I'm just gonna kind of cut around this wolf's feet. So then I can still use this. I can still use this, but then just put some element over this. I need to find some, I don't have a napkin picked out for this. I might need to go in my napkins and find a napkin just so I can show you how I'm using napkins, because there's not a napkin with this particular thing. So I'll probably go in my napkins and let's see if we can find something to use. I have the chipboard pieces for this. The chipboard that matches this. So let me cut out these little feet here. All righty. So I'm thinking I might want this on here. Maybe just even like that. I don't know. We'll see. because it does have some of that green color up in there. So I have to decide what color I want to either paint this, or do I want to, tissue it or wrap it. You see, there's so many options. Through some cereal box. Aw, good. And so, like where I cut the foot out here, hang on, and I got stencils picked. I got other things picked out here to use. And then in my chipboard, some of my chipboard, here's where I put some of these animals here. And I'll probably pick these larger ones out. So these, you could buy the chipboard separately. So I'm just going to pull a bunch of the chipboard just so I can show it to you and decide what I want to use from the chipboard. But I've got all kinds of planets in here. Like, look at this one. These are sent to me from a couple of the gals, including Janet, punched them out for me. So, I can just pick out different punched circles to use for planets or embellishments. So I'll just pull a few here. I just want to give y'all ideas. What kind of stuff you can use. You can use all kinds of things. And all this stuff is, guys, is either painted papers. It's either painted papers or use your old art journals. If you have old art journal pages that you don't like the pages, or if you just want to make holes in your pages, then punch them out and keep these and you can use them. All right, so let's see. What else do I want to use here? Do I want anything else out of here? Here's a lot of my chipboard stuff. If I need more, we can always go in here. But I just want to show you that there's so many different options. I pulled my stencils. So if I want to stencil any edges, like this one, I'm going to use definitely in the mermaid steampunk because it looks like foamy water. So I'm kind of going to use that for it. But on this space one, let's see. I always love anything to do with compasses, compass rose. Oh, and I also have I pulled some other foam stamps too. I bought the foamies, but I set this here so I would remember to tell you. If you have foam stamps, to use your foam stamps or whatever kind of stencils you have. Here's lacy ones. Here's the stained glass window ones. I'll probably use this in the Renaissance booklet. Same thing for all these. And I don't clean my stencils, y'all. I'm sure y'all can see that I do not clean my stencils. But this one's kind of cool. I like, that one probably needs to go in the C one as well. Maybe I should have done the C one. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe this. Oh no, I haven't used this one yet. Maybe we'll go with that one just to have a stencil to use. I've got alphabet stencils in here. We got circles like Punchinella. This is always good for like space circles like this. Or here's one. This one right here. That's a good one. So maybe we'll use those two. I don't want to overthink it, and I don't want to overdo. I kind of keep our theme going here. So did I pull some Punchinella? Oh, there's some more Punchinella. Got wood grain and just all different kinds of stencils. Here's a circle one there. And so I just want to remind you to look in your stencils, look in your foam stamps, or any other stamps you might want to use. I pulled a few foam stamps. Here's my new foamy ones. And most of my foam stamps are in a big bag, and most of my foam stamps are letters. So I left all the letters in the big bag, and I just pulled a few of my other ones. These are, can't even tell you how old these are. They're very old. There's a star. Maybe we'll pull that star. But I just pulled a few just to show you, different foamy stamp. These are actually foamy stamps from the Foamy Company. This one might work for like space. We'll pull that one. And then these are Patty Tolly Parrish's symbols, which I'll probably use these on the undersea one. So there's just a little drawer of those. Put that back in the drawer. And after the show today, I've got to run to the printer and get a few things printed off for thank yous for our subbies that support the channel. All right, so let's see what we got here. We got to decide what colors. I kind of just wanted to do it with you guys. So I haven't painted, I haven't stenciled, I haven't done anything. Oh, here's a napkin. So we can show you how to do a napkin on this. So when you use a napkin, the first thing you want to do is get rid of the layers. And usually there's 2 layers. So that for me, the easiest way is just to take a piece of double-sided tape, stick it on there, and peel it off. Okay. And peel off the layers. Remember, guys, if you have any questions, put it in caps, and I'll try to catch it. Thank you, Pacola. Pacola put a link in there. Let me kind of click on that. The link to the foamy. And you can pick by artist, and they just have tons of them. I got some Patty Tolly Parrish, and then these are KP. KP. I got a set from her as well, and I bought those a couple weeks ago. All right, so let's take off that layer, and then there's another layer. So let's take off the second layer. All right. Because what you're going to do is glue these down, glue it down to your poster board or whatever kind of paper, thicker paper you want to use. So I kind of have to think what I want to do here. But like, for instance, here, if I use this on another page, I wouldn't use it right next to each other. I'd put this on a completely different page, but I just want to show you that, like, if you cut something out, you can cover it up with something else, right? So I don't know if I want this, maybe this on the cover. Maybe I'll paint a howling wolf to put in the front. Yeah, there's just so many options. There's so many options that you can do. All right, so I'm thinking, though, I like this. I kind of like that. So I'm going to have to decide what I want on the cover. I kind of like these. I like this paper, too. Or I could stencil. I could do a combination of both. All right, so here's where, if you want to make, let's just go ahead. I'll make a couple pockets just to show you. All right, so we have some, this one's already glued together. Let me get another piece. Let me cut down some pockets. So let's get my cutter here. And I'll probably make them maybe about, let me square this up because this is not squared up. So maybe about 5 inches by, let's see, maybe about, let me just kind of eyeball it here, how big I might want to. Okay. Just going to trim this off a little on both sides, just to make it squared up. All right, so then how I would do this, now let's see, but do I kind of like this as a, that might be kind of pretty. I almost like it like this because it looks like a cave, like a cave into a pyramid. So I think I might roll with that on the cover. Let's see, do I want to do that? Do I want that on the front, and then I'll border it? I'll border it with something else. I'm gonna have to, if I want this centered, I'm gonna have to do this kind of carefully, or I could do it on a separate piece of paper, which would probably be a smart idea. A separate piece, and then I could even pop dot it up a little. All right, let's see. Let's see about doing that. Let's cut this down. I'm talking out loud and talking as I go because we're making this project up, or the details of the project up as I go. Just kind of seeing what I like, where we're going with it. So if I do this and cover this piece, So I'm thinking I might just do that. All right, so here's what we're going to do. If you want to use your napkins in any way, small or large, and I'm going to look in my napkins and see if I got some other ones that I can use for little, like the flowers that I did here. These right here, those are napkins glued down to another piece like this and then cut out and then outlined with gold. Okay. But that it's the same. I'm doing the same thing. So I just took a glue stick. Hi, anybody I missed? Claire, Groon. I think I said hi to Gina. All right. So since I'm going to want this whole thing here, I'm going to take my glue stick and I'm going to just go all the way edge to edge here. Cover the whole piece. And if I was going to cut flowers out, I would do the same thing. I'd do a big square like this, and I'd glue the whole napkin down, and then I'd fussy cut out the flowers. All right, so now I'm going to have to kind of really, you only got one shot at this, so I can trim it, but, all right, so there we go. All right. Now, if you want it really, really smooth, you're going to have to really be real careful. I don't care if it has a couple of wrinkles in it because it's already got texture. All right, so there we go. Now, I'm going to trim this down, and I can use these edges on another piece. And then if there's any corners that I miss getting glue on, I'll re-glue those. All right, so this will be like, this could be a centerpiece on the cover. And I don't know yet. I haven't painted anything yet, so we'll see. I'm going to want some little details and stuff. And if this isn't perfectly straight, I can trim it down. See, look, it needs to be trimmed over here. I didn't get it right in the middle. So I'm just going to trim that down. You can be more careful and take more time. Again, guys, I'm trying to get as much done because, like I said, the Asian one took 4 to 5 hours, and that does not include drying time of the little details, the gel, the perfect, the pearl dots or the glitter dots or anything like that. That takes even more time. All right, so now let me trim this top off. All right, so now I think I might do a little painting on the cover. And you're always shifting things around because you're going to have piles of stuff while you're making this. It will be a mess while you're making it. I'm just saying, because you're doing so many, well, I do anyway, so many different things at once. Okay, so here's this. And now this is on a heavier piece here. So if I paint this background, do I want to paint it? Do I want to paint it blue? I'm looking at my paints right in front of me. Do I want a dark blue? Do I want to, that's too green, much green in it. I have to have it more blue. Let's see. That's probably good with some gold dots. Let's see. These two ones almost, I might need two, depending on how much I run out of paint here. Okay, let's see. Do we get a little flashed out? Is it look too flashed out? Are we good, guys? Because I know there's a lot of white here. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to just go ahead and paint. I'm going to paint front and back. So let me just open this up, and I'm going to get a lot of paint on because you can always cover it up. Okay, you can always cover it up. So now let's just get a tray here, and I know I'm going to use at least all of this one. So let's just go ahead and pour it all out because it might even take 2 coats. Might even take 2 coats. Let's go ahead and get as much out of this one. And if you have little bits of paint left, like about this much left, you can always add water to it and make a wash with your leftover paints. If there's not enough in there to really paint with, you can fill it up with water. But if you do that, I'm not going to do it now because I haven't done it for a while because I don't need it. But take you a, if I can find one here, take you a Sharpie. I can't find my Sharpies right now. here. But if you make this a wash, then put a big W on the lid so that you know this is watered down. Because if you don't do that and you just decide, well, I need some paint, I want a lot of paint. And if this is all water in here and you go like this to dump some paint out, it's going to go everywhere because it's watered down paint. It's all water in there. So make sure if you use leftover paint, if you just got a little bit left and you want to make a wash with what's left, put a big W on there so you know that this is all watered down paint. Because otherwise, because I've done it. All right, so now let's see. Let's get a brush. I had one sitting over here somewhere. I had one sitting here. I don't think I put it away. Hang on, I've got piles of stuff here ready. I have all my stuff ready to go, but I have to dig it out from under the stacks. Okay. All right, so this is the cover, and I know it's going to just be, let's see, and I could have just kind of marked where the size is because I don't need to paint in there. All right, so this is pretty, it's pretty, this is not that opaque. And so it's going to need two coats, which you just got to deal with it depending on the colors. Red, lime green, yellow, some blues. Certain colors are not, they're just not solidly opaque, and you're going to need to put two coats. I don't know what I'm going to put on the back yet, so I'll probably just go ahead and paint the whole back. And this is lifted up enough so I'm not actually touching my table. If I do, it's okay. I'll just do another wash of white paint on my wood picket fence. So, while I'm doing this and while it's kind of drying, when I'm doing something like this, I can look over and see chat. So I'm not being real neat about this first coat. I'm just kind of lifting up the edge. So you don't want to glue your pages together. So, and I'm going to gold edge them anyway. I'm going to gold edge the edges. And so again, all the steps take a while. Now this I can heat gun and dry, but you can't really do that with your stickles or your pearl drops. I never can remember what they're called. These liquid pearls. You can't really heat gun those. You just got to let them dry. So you got to kind of think of that. In the meantime, I might put liquid pearl stars or something on here. But first, I'll just go ahead and put it with like little dots of gold because I don't have to worry about waiting for that to dry. And I want to be able to get as much done as we can on today's show. I'm trying to be an enabler, Domestic Fox. I'm trying. I trust me. If I don't enable you, Eileen will, or somebody will. All right. So again, I could have got a bigger brush, and but I just want to get a couple coats here. And again, I'll just heat gun it. Not being too picky with this first coat, because it's going to get covered up. And I will do gold edging. So I'll try to kind of keep it in some kind of, because when I'm making these myself, I am jumping all over the place. I'm making a pocket for one page. I'm gluing down a focal point on one and then painting the other. And I'm just all over. And so that's just how I do it. Because I'll think, that page has this on it. So that page needs some of that. And again, guys, don't forget, you can always keep adding to it. So if you make pockets or tip-ins or whatever, you can always keep adding to it. You can add more pages to it. There's just so much. You can just keep adding to it if you're going to use it as a flow book. And by flow book, I mean a place where you're going to keep your ephemera, your cutouts by theme. So you can always keep adding to it. All right, so there's the first coat. Let me hit this with the heat gun. Let's move some of the stuff out of the way here. Try to stay in camera. All right. But like I said, that first one probably took about 5 hours. Wait a minute, I got some blobs there. I don't want to heat gun the blobs. That first one, not including drying time, took 4 to 5 hours. I didn't just sit and do the whole thing at once. With drying time and everything, it probably took 7 to 8 hours. So it takes a long time to make a nice book, especially if you want to enjoy the process, right? All right, so let's go back over here now and go to the front again. Whoops, got a blobby there. And I'm going to want to make sure that this gets in the spine there in the crevice, because that's where the fold is. So then you can just take a little more time. Now I'm probably going to have some gold splatters and stuff on it, but I kind of want this second coat to be pretty neat. At least right here, I'm going to do the cover. We can always do the back later. But I just kind of wanted to remind myself, okay, you're going to have a solid blue on the back as a base, and then we'll probably have a pocket or something else back there. But let me at least get the cover done here. If we get time to go to the back, then we'll paint on that. And see, I just enjoy the process. I love just the painting, the cutting, the gluing. I like all the process. But, when you're trying to do a video or trying to do a stream, you have to just go with the flow. When I say you have to watch paint dry, I'm not really kidding. You have to watch paint dry. Luckily, we have a heat tool, so it goes a little faster, but let's just see what we want to do here on the cover. And then I'll probably move next into the to the focal point piece with the wolf. Although I think I'm going to put the chipboard wolf on the cover here. Get a sip of juice. All right, I might put another coat on a couple of areas. We'll just let me get a sip of juice and dry this. I'm not going to do this right now. We'll do that second coat over there later. I can always go in here with pencil or other things as well, because this acrylic paint loves color pencil. So if I want to do nebulas or anything like that. But right now I'm just thinking about just making a border around this volcano looking, pyramid looking shape from the napkin. I'm just going to put a little bit more. You may not be able to see some of the places that might need it, but I'm also going to splatter gold paint here in a minute. So it's not going to have to be perfect because it's going to look nebulization, but I just want a little bit more blue. And then I'm going to edge it with gold, and then we'll keep on. All right, here we go. Okay, let that sit for a minute. Now I want to get out some gold paint. This is what I was using the other day. And I'm going to put some out. And I'm going to gold edge this, and I'm going to gold edge this. And then I'll probably, maybe I'll put some darker blue in there too. Do I want, or maybe even some lighter or some clouds. Do I want clouds? Okay, I'm going to think. All right, so I'm going to edge this with gold. I'm just doing kind of a rough edge with my fingers. Oh, wait, I might need to go glue those corners down. Well, this will probably hold it. You want to make sure all your corners, especially because that's the area when you're using a napkin, it's usually the corners that you didn't get enough glue stick on. So you want to make sure you glue stick down your corners really well. But I think with this paint, if there's any loose corners, this should hold it. All right, so I'm going to do this. And I'm going to set this aside for a second. So you see I just kind of gold edged it. Okay, now let's go ahead and close this up. So we're going to work on the cover. Now I'm going to go ahead and gold edge this. And it's probably getting on the next page too, but that's okay because I haven't decided if I'm going to paint that. You just don't want to glue your pages together. So after I do this, I'll just kind of snap them apart. You don't want to glue your pages together. But I'm going to edge everything, probably edge everything in gold anyway. So it's not going to matter if it gets gold on there, but you got to think about those things. If you're making a mess on the next page, you're going to either have to paint over it, cover it with paper or whatever. All right. So there's that start. So we gold edged that. I'm going to get me a baby wipe, clean my hands off. All right, let's see. Oh, thanks. Hi, 3G. Thank you. Anybody else I missed? Thanks, everybody, for being here. All right, now let's go ahead and dry this. Got to dry in between. Just so you see the whole process. Remember, this napkin is glued down to a piece of cardstock or a poster. So I'm thinking this might be a lot of, I don't know that I need to do anything going off the edge. I think what I want to do is just do some gold. I could do some punchinella. Do I want to do punchinella or do I want, let's try it. If I don't like it, we'll just paint over it. All right, so I'm going to do some random punchinella. And then I'll do some splatter, a little bit, water this down just a little so I can do some splatters. But I don't want this, I'm not doing it like a solid. I'm not doing a solid. I want it to be like that. I want it to be kind of just kind of spotty, Some darker, some lighter, just a couple little touches here and there. You'll see, yeah, it's showing up. Just to give it some more. And then I'm going to throw some bigger dots on there or some speckles. And then I can always go in there and do a few extra little stars after I decide where this is sitting. We still with the tour? Bye, Lori. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks, everybody that's lurking. Thanks for all the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It all counts as a watch. So some people go, oh, I got the thumbs down. When new people start streaming or people that make videos, the first time they get those thumbs down, it's like, oh, somebody gave me a thumbs down. Hey, it counts as a watch. Doesn't matter. If they really hated you, they wouldn't leave anything. So it just, you got to kind of have a thick skin when you either stream or you make videos, because there's going to be people that regardless, they just don't like you. All right. So, and you just got to just go with the people that do, like all the people that are here and all my lurkers. All right. So there's a little bit, maybe just a little bit more down here. All right. Now what I'm going to do, and I don't want to leave this sitting here in the blue, because that's going to ruin your brush. So what you need to do, clean the excess paint off your brush. And then, of course, I have a bucket of water over here. So I'm going to throw that in there until I can clean it shortly. All right, so let me go ahead. Well, I don't need to do this yet. And same thing for your sponges. If you do happen to let your sponge dry out and it gets crusty and hard, don't be a fretting. All you have to do, if this was dried out, then just go like this and cut it off. And then just fluff your sponge back up, and you have a fluffy sponge again. Do it a little neater than that, but you get the idea. Okay. So what I want to do now is clean my scissors off here. I'm going to water this down just a little, just enough so it'll flick. Let me find a fairly soft brush here, small, something that's going to be flickable. Want a flickable. And I just want to water this down. I don't like to water down metallics much, but I got to have it watered down enough to flick. So I'm going to water that down, and I'm going to flick some dots, some stars on here. Just a little bit more water because it's not wanting to. Get them all different sizes, some thicker, some smaller. But this will water down your paint. So if you want to edge something else, or either let this sit for a few minutes and start to dry again, or get you some fresh, because that's going to be too watered down to make you a nice bright gold edge. So just so you know. All right, so there we go. I'm liking that. Let me clean this brush out. And let's hit this with the heat gun. Thanks, Flo. If we start buffering or anything, I can always leave and come back, but I'm going to listen to my mods, because if it's just one person or something, then it's probably not me. Good day. Okay, Carla, thank you. It does take a little bit more minute, another extra minute to dry those spackles. Thanks, Eileen. Eileen, when is your class with Antonio? Have you taken that class, or is it next month? I want pictures of that class, girl. Girl. Okay, there's still some, I can still see some that are not quite dry. But what I want to do is I think, do I want to pop dot this up just a little? Maybe. I might want to do, because the cover I can do some a little bit more dimension. Do I have any pop dots? Ah, I've got a few. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to put pop dots, which are foam dots, sticky double-sided dots. I'm going to put them around the edge, maybe something in the middle. This is how I did, if y'all saw my big stained glass window one, which is even bigger than this book. Let's put these last three in the middle here. I'll show you that. This book is way bigger than even this one. So this is what I say, 10 and a quarter by 4. Did I say 14? 14 and a quarter, something like that. Let's see. Yeah, about 14. So it's 10 and a quarter by 14 and a little bit. But this one is 11 by 17. So just so you can see how much bigger this one is. This is just a pad of paper, and I did silver the edges. But this is a pad of Bristol paper that I just did the cover for. But just so you can see the size difference here, this one is way even bigger still. And I did the silver stenciling. These are the little liquid pearls. And then I did a faux stained glass with a piece of the Dover stained glass parchment and see-through kind of paper. And then I colored this with the markers and then used some of the liquid pearls like in the around the stained glass to make it look like leaded glass. So you can see that. So yeah. Well, what I was going to show you though is this is pop dotted up. It's on pop dots too to give it more dimension. And that's what I'm going to do here. So now let's take off the backs here. I probably should think about what else I'm putting on the cover here before I did this part, because then you can't really put too much pressure on the other side. But we'll see. We'll work. And I want to show y'all how as many steps and as many little details as I can, even though I'm not going to be able to complete a 5-hour book, 4 or 5-hour book. All right. So there's pop dots. Okay. Now I'm going to stand up so I can center this as best I can. And it's not like standing up 2 inches or anything. It's just a teeny, it's just giving it a little bit of depth. Okay. So I'm liking that. And then I'm going to want this wolf on here. And some other stuff too. I don't know what all. I got all these chipboard pieces. Maybe the owl up here. Oops, that's going to get kind of lost. Maybe the owl right at the top, like that. But it's going to need to be edged in gold or something because it's not going to stand out. Or I'm going to have to pop dot it up again. I'm going to have to find some more pop dots. Okay. Oh, here, I got these little diamond ones. Don't forget, guys, if you buy these sheets of pop dots, whether they're diamond, dots, squares, whatever shape they are, it's all the same foamy stuff. Some is thicker than others. But see all this? All this can be used as well. So I'll show you. But I want to edge him in gold, I think. But I don't want to. I want him to be a little bit more. See how he's got a white edge around him? I think I might want to do that with like a gold gel pen or something, so I can have it more exact. Yeah, that's better. And anytime you buy, chipboard pieces like this, If you don't like it being dimensional, if you don't like it being chipboard, you can always peel this off. You got to do it carefully. Same thing if you have greeting cards, like let's just say you had a greeting card with a wolf on it, and it's a thick piece of greeting card, cardstock card, and you didn't want thickness like that, you can take the backings off of a greeting card, peel off the layers on a greeting card. So you can just use the paper, printed paper, and not have the bulk. But in this case, I want the bulk. Okay, Eileen says some took the Seth class. Eileen, I missed your answer on when is the Antonio class that you're taking? And it's an online class, right? He's not traveling right now. When is you're taking two Antonio classes, right? Two, Eileen? Let me kind of look at chat for a minute. Yes, you could spray ink but I wouldn't spray ink on top of acrylic paint. It probably wouldn't show. Maybe gold might, like I have some Heidi Swap gold. That would probably show through. But, spray inks on top of acrylic paint probably won't show. Is that crooked or no? It's just a. I looked in the camera. I go, oh, that looks pretty crooked, but it was just under the camera. So I'm just going to outline these in gold. And I can also do a few things like put some gold star shines. I'm still kind of waiting for Eileen's answer. So you do a little bit of that, little detail. It's online. Yes, took 2 classes in person. But aren't you taking the online one as well? When is that, Eileen? It's not a sticker, is it? No. Some chipboard are stickers too. When are the new classes you're taking? Aren't you taking some new ones? Or did you already take those classes and we missed your photos? Or did I miss your photos of that? Yeah, he's a designer for the paper, the Stamperia paper. I don't know which ones he's designed. Did he design any of these papers, Eileen? I didn't even look at who designed these. Maybe he designed these that I'm using. I don't know. Oh, you can do it whenever. Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Well, you better do pictures. I mean, show us pictures of your projects, Eileen. So this could be a cave, it could be a volcano, it could be a pyramid, it could be a mountain. I just like the way it looked, right? So he did the sea one. Oh, the steampunk one. Okay. I'll have to pull that back out then and show it again. The steampunk under the sea one. That was Antonio's design. Oh, well, I don't know if I would have done it today if you would have said, see, I have to kind of hurry. I kind of have to hurry on these to get this as much done in 3 hours. And I wouldn't want to, I don't like to hurry on these projects, but I want y'all to be able to see as much as possible. And I don't like doing 2 or 3 part videos, especially a stream, because half the people can't be there the second or third time. And it's just better to try to make it self-contained in one stream. And then I post pictures, of course, anytime I'm finished with anything, or do a little video like I did the video of the Asian book. It's on Instagram, by the way, if y'all want to see it. Yes, he is an amazing artist. Okay, so now I got a little gold there. I got to hit this with the heat gun because that's not dry, and it'll. Let's put this over here. I don't want to smear it. All right, now let me see about the owl. I'll do the same for the owl. He doesn't have a white edge, but I'm going to just put a little bit of gold, just a slight little gold edge around him. I know it's probably hard for you to see this, but I think y'all get the idea. Are we flashed out? Is that really bright? Do I need to turn down the brightness just a tad there? Maybe. There we go. Hi, Alicia. Eileen. Eileen, he's not your pool cabana boy. Eileen always says that she has her hot cabana boys by her pool. She's so funny. Our Eileen. All right, so after my show today, after lunch, I'll probably miss the first few minutes of Janet's show because I've got to go over to the printer and get some prints made for the thank yous for this last month. I'm not going to tell y'all what it's going to be. I think you'll like it. Okay, now let's dry that little owl. All right, so now, and this is, I want to kind of just keep it shaped here. So I'm going to be painting lots of sides. All right, so now I want to, this one's a little thick. I don't want that quite that thick. Let me get a little bit of this. So just so y'all can see the difference in the thickness of foamy stuff. See, look. So depending on how much dimension you want, I don't want this much dimension on the cover. So I'm going to use this. Now I'm out of dots. So what I'm going to do is just cut down. Just cut some of this because it's all the same stuff, right? So if you've got this foamy dot stuff, all this is the same exact stuff. You just got to cut it down instead of popping a dot out. But it's got a front and a back. It's just like it's the same exact stuff, right? So I'm going to put some, get a little bit more piece right down here. So don't waste it. Don't waste your pop dots, your pop dot foamy stuff. All right, so there we go. All right, so I'm going to want this right up here at the top. I'm just going over the edge there. That. Now the wolf. Now, normally, I'm just going to say this. If I was here by myself doing this, I probably wouldn't be gluing this stuff down. I'd just have it all sitting around trying to decide where I wanted everything and not having decided yet, But because I'm trying to get as much done as I can with you guys here, I'm going right into it and gluing things down and sticking stuff down. But I probably wouldn't just do all that until I fully decided where I wanted everything. Just so you know, you don't have to rush through this. All right, so we got some pop-ups, maybe a little bit on his foot too, just a little piece on his foot. Just trying to make sure it doesn't hang over the edge where you can see it. All right, so he's going to go right down here. Right. Move all these rulers. Now I have to decide, do I want some more stars? Like, do I want some more star shines? And then I can go back. Now, I probably will go back later, guys, after, when everything can just sit by itself. I'll probably go back and put in glitter on these star shines that I'm doing right here and do it with gold glitter. But that has to take a while to dry. And I want to move on into the inside of the book. So I want to show y'all as many things as we can. But I'll probably put glitter on those star shines. Now, do I want all these planets and things like that? Half planets and You know, do I want something just popping out from behind here like that? I kind of like that idea. Maybe a little. I kind of like that. Or do I want it on here? What do y'all think? Do y'all like it here? Or do you like it back there? I kind of like it over here. I think it needs to be close to that owl. But I won't pop that up because I'll keep the animals pop dotted. Let me show y'all so you can see. See how they're pop dotted away from the piece there? Bye, Fran. Thanks for coming. All right, or do I want, let me see what else I have. I have this big blue plus shine. I kind of like that. It's kind of like a star chart. Now, so here's this, the moon. Could do something like this. It needs to be on that side of them. So I don't know if I want it there or would I rather have this? Which one do y'all like better? Do you like this? What do y'all think? Do you like the big blue one there? Of course, I'd outline it in gold. Do you like that? Or do you just like the little one up there by the owl? Which one do y'all like? The one by the owl or the big blue one? Can't be both. It has to be one or the other. Could even probably be, he could be like that or a little bit up. What do y'all think? Bueller. Do you like that one? Or do you like that one? The blue one, Eileen said. They're both by the owl, Arlene. He just got his foot on one. Some people are saying the little one. I like either one, so it doesn't matter. This one kind of is cool with the owl, but then this looks like he's kind of sitting on that. Y'all are half and half. Y'all are half and half. Let me edge it with gold, and then y'all tell me, and I'll I'll look at both of them. You're saying the bigger one? Okay, let me go ahead and gold edge with the gel pen. I could do it with the paint on my finger, but then it would be just kind of messy, which is fine on an edge like this. But when I'm going around something like this, I want it to be pretty neat. It both says, all right, so use both. Well, that's not, it doesn't look right with both unless I move this over somewhere else. And it looks kind of lined up. I don't know. I mean, we can do whatever we want. I'm just thinking what y'all looking, how's Denise say it? Smell what you're stepping in. It's too much like the color of the owl, so I need the blue one, Eileen. All right, let me dry this and we'll see what this looks like with the gold. You could also put that glossy accents on it and make it look like a bubble. You know, I don't know if I have any handy right here. Glossy accents. I don't know if I have. If I have any glossy accents, probably dried up because I haven't used it. But you can put that glossy accents on it and make it look like it's in a globe, like a glass. And the wolf needs to cry at the moon. Well, he could be crying at this. That's too lined up. Don't y'all think 3 is too much? 3 is too much. And somebody said it does look kind of like so much like the owl. Could do that. You like that better? Put the moon in the middle of the star chart. Does that give it some more interest if I did it that way? The blue one looks like a planet and the little one looks like the moon. So they both look. Well, what about if I did both of them like that? Does that look better? What if I did that? See? Okay, we're gonna roll with that. Let me go ahead and kind of quickly put a gold edge on the moon. Hang on. You can always add more stuff or do whatever we want. Like I said, I'm going to put glitter. I'm going to put glitter gold on here with the stickles, but I can't do that right now because then I can't open the book and work on the inside. And I want to do that. I'm going to do the frame thing next. All right, let me dry this. All right, so now I'm going to take my tacky glue. I don't want this pop dotted up. I want this to be flat. So I'm going to go ahead and put a lot of glue here. I want this pretty thick so that it'll stick well. I think I want it straight up and down though. And then the little moon, we'll put that. This is chipboard, so I want it thick. If it was paper, I would smooth it out because you wouldn't want it bumpy. But because it's chipboard, all right, let me just kind of hold it there for just a second. So it kind of looks like he could be kind of resting on it. You know, that. And again, I'm going to put glitter and stuff around there. And I can do more. We'll see. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to get a base. We can always go back and add more stuff. But I'm kind of liking that as a cover. If I wanted to, I could do little... Let me look at what else I have over here. I got these papers for the inside. Yeah, I got all these little chipboard pieces flying away everywhere. Let's kind of shove them all together. Shove all those together. Okay. See, look, there's all these little things like, look, there's this little tiny moon. You know, there's all kinds of things you could do, you know. But I don't want to get too deep in the weeds. But I'm looking at different, let me look at my papers. Where's my paper stack here? Oops. I also have this paper too. I wonder if I would want to, I wonder if I could ruffle this. I wonder if that'd be too much. I don't know. Let me try something. No. Let's see. The moon for owls because they bring the wolf. Yeah. All right, so I'm just wondering. Let's see here. How do I fold this? I want to kind of ripple it. I might have to do it like this. On the table. You might not see the stars very well. I just have this vision of this, but it might not work with this paper. We're going to see. So I'm going to kind of ribbon it like. I just want to see if I could get a little bit of this. I don't think I'm going to see enough of the stars once I get this done. Pleating it. Oh, you know what would work well? If I could find my crimper. I wonder if I can find my crimper. That would be awesome. I could crimp it instead of trying to do this myself. I was just thinking of some more little edges. Of course, it would be half as thick. I wonder, let me see. Where's my crimper? I think I'll have to get a chair. Hang on, guys. Let me take a quick break, and then I'm going to bring a chair in here so I can stand up on a top shelf. I'll be right back. Okay, I got my chair because I think the crimper is up in this top shelf, and I can't reach it without a chair. Where is it? Where's my crimper? It's blue, so I know what it looks like. I don't remember if I gave it away. Oh, there's some of those plastic bags I was looking for. I might have given it away, and I gotta look in my toolbox too. There's some punches. Where are you, little crimper? I'm looking at every... All right, it's not there, so let me look in my tool thing here. This is like, I don't hardly ever use these tools in my bag, but I'm wondering if my crimper is in here. Ah, voila! Yeah, I don't use this the stuff in here very often anymore. So it kind of sits on the shelf, but I know some of you scrappers remember this baby. All right. But there's my crimper. So what I was thinking, now let's see if I can do this. You want to see me use a crimper? Okay, well, let's see if that'll work. I don't know if I've ever used it on tissue paper, Eileen. Let's see if it'll work. Let's see, I'm gonna roll it this way, so let's go this way with it. Let's just see how crimpy it can get. That's not getting very crimpy. It's not crimping very well. Is my crimper too old? Let me try a regular piece of paper. It's not crimping this tissue very well. Let's get something else to crimp. Maybe the tissue's too thin, Eileen. Do you think the tissue's too thin to crimp? Yeah, because see, this is crimping. I wonder if I put the tissue paper on the cardboard, if it would crimp. See? But now what we can do with this, see, is we can take, and we can make, well, I should have done it with a sponge. But let's try that again. Let's try it again with the tissue on top and see if that'll crimp it. So I want this to be crimped. Is that Punchinella? Yes, this is Punchinella. That's Punchinella. That's what we used here on the background. So let's see if this will work. If it'll crimp it, because this is just too thin to grab the roller, you know? So if I if I put the layers together, maybe it'll do it together. You know what I mean, Vern? I got a fan blowing on here. Let's see. Uh-oh, I'm going back. It's going underneath. Let's see if it's even working. It's rolling up underneath. No, it's not going to crimp that. It's not going to crimp the tissue. But look how much this thing is faded. Look at this. See that blue? That's the original color of this. Look at the color of it now. It's like faded. Look, can y'all see the difference in the color? That's how old this thing is. Yeah, it's too thin, Eileen. This is too thin to do it. But I was trying to, maybe I could just mush it. What I was attempting to do was have a little ruffle. I wanted a little ruffle, you know, maybe not on the front, but on one of the pages. But if I ruffle this, you really lose the stars. You know, you don't really see the stars. But I was thinking of something like this, some kind of ruffle around the edge. Again, not necessarily on the cover, but like a ruffle, see, around some of the edges or the corners even, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I could try to glue it on the crimp paper. But if I glue it on the crimp, now if I glue it, the glue is probably going to prevent until it dries. I can glue. Let's try. Maybe if I let's try it with a glue stick. If I do wet glue, let's see what happens here. All right, so we'll try that. We'll try that option, Tracy. All right, so we're going to glue it down, and let's see if you can see a crimp. Okay, so now it's glued down. I want some ruffly stars. I want some ruffly stars. Let's see what happens there. But that may work, Tracy. That may do it. Let's see. Ah, it is working, Tracy. Okay, I'm going off edge here though. I didn't put it in straight. Let's see. It did work. It did work by gluing it on. Now, I didn't do it very neat. I'll probably do it over again because, look, I didn't even crimp it straight. But what I'm thinking is this will be a good, again, I'll do a better piece. But this might be a good little border thing. Oops. This might be nice. This might be a nice little edge. You know, like where I've used washi tape on the Asian one. Something like this could be used in lieu of a washi tape. I would do it neater. I'm just doing this as a little sample piece here. There, look. It's crimped. Crimped stars. Yeah, it never goes straight through. Yeah, you got to take your time. I got to line it up better. But look, can y'all see that it's crimped? There we go. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, let me set these aside because I would do it neater. Okay, let's see here. Move some of this out of the way. Now let's move. I want to move into. The inside. So we got this glued down and that taped down. So I also want to look through some of my papers here, and let's just pick some that I like. I do like the star chart one. You know what I'm going to do? Just because I'm going to pull some duplicates here, and I'm going to give some. This one's good. I'll give some away. I'll give a little stack away to somebody. I'm not going to use all these, obviously, but I'm going to. Oh, there's moons. That's a good one. So I'm going to do a little giveaway. Oh, look at the stars. See, something like this as a border. Let me use that. I'm not going to use all this. I'll put some more in the. I'll put more in the giveaway here. Some green. So I'll do a little stack of giveaway here. Some little unicorns. Oh, where's Zippy? Some stars. All right. What do we got left here? This one. I'm obviously not going to use all these in my project, but I'm just trying to divvy them up so I can put some in the giveaway and some in my project. Okay, that's all of the different kinds. All right, so we're going to do a giveaway here. I think I've actually given away some of these before. All right, how can we do this? All right, hang on. Do I have a couple mods here? Let me make sure I have someone besides Pacola. I don't want to leave it all up to poor Pacola by herself. Is Janet or Julie here? I'm looking. So this will just be a giveaway. So I'm going to give away a stack of those. If I can find a Post-it note somewhere under here. No, let me get another pack of Post-its. Move this chair out of my way. Okay. All right. Okay, so here's how it works. Let me find my phone. This is how it works. Don't do any numbers yet. Janet's there too. Okay. This is how it works. When I type in go, and I think I'll throw in a couple of these chipboard things too. I'll throw in a couple of those. I don't know which ones yet, but I'll throw in a couple of those. When I type in go, put in a number between 1 and 100. It doesn't matter how many people are here because it's going to be the first person. The first person closest to random.org, which let me bring that up. First person closest without going over. Without going over. Okay, so I got random.org here. There's our little box, and it's going to be between 1 and 100. I have not generated a number yet. One number only. I can't stress that enough. One number only, and it's the first person without going over. Let me click on my chat line. First person without going over. Okay? There we go. Go. Between one number only, guys. One number only. Go. And I'm sure it's going to lag to me for a second. There they go. There the numbers go. So I'll do that. And let's see. There's a chipboard tag. There's a little star shine thing. What else can I put in here? Never stop looking up. We'll put that in there. Chase the moon, ride the stars, and one more. Let's see, a little bird. All right, so I'm going to put some chipboard and some of this paper. Now, they're not the same set. This is not the same set as this, but they go, right? They go. All right, I'm going to count down. So everybody get your numbers in, because after I type in stop, no numbers count after I type in stop. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay, so let's generate a number. 67. The first person closest to 67 without going over. Without going over. 67. First person closest. And I'll wait for two of my mods to confirm whoever that could be. And it can be international. The only time I'm not doing international is packages, books and packages. Envelopes, I'll do international. I'll do international just fine. Okay. All right. So first person closest to 67 without going over. I am going to, I think I might cut down some of this moon edge. No, that's silver. I'll have to be on another page. I'll have to do silver on another page. Okay, do we have anything yet? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Ouch. Too many things on my toes. All right, let's see. Molly Newland had 65. Okay, so Molly, I think I have your address, but if you don't mind, would you send it to me again, please? Molly Newland. Congratulations, Molly. Here's my email. Make sure I get it right because sometimes I don't. I want to make sure I get it right. Okay, there we go. All right, Molly, email me your address and I'll send this out, okay? Congratulations, Molly. All right, so you're going to get you a little bucket of stars. All right, let me set this over here. Move this out of my way. All right. Congratulations, Molly. All right, so I'm going to just leave the cover. I think I'm going to want some more stuff. I don't know what yet, but I want to move on so y'all can see doing a couple of pockets and some other stuff. All right, so this, I'm not sure this goes with this. I'm not loving the colors. I'm thinking it needs to be on something else. But I'm not sure what. Maybe black, maybe some more purple, or maybe just black. I'm not sure. This is going to be might be a pocket. Let's see here. All right. So I know I want this. I know I want this as behind the main thing here. So, and I also got to finish the blue on the back because I do want this to be, I just like this. I like those colors. But then I want something different on here. Let's see. Let me look at what I got here. I think I want stars. Do I want stars around it? I like that. What do y'all think? Don't those stars look good around it? I'm thinking I want the dragonflies too. Or I can also do my own stars. Got my own that. I got the rest of it. No, that's too busy. It's got to be something simpler. It's going to have to either be painted or stars. I'm kind of liking the stars on this one. What do y'all think? Do you notice how quickly I abandoned the crimped? I could crimp the stars and glue that on as a separate piece. But I'm liking just the stars because they're so, it's showing through so nice. And then I don't know what I'd want in here. See, I might not have enough stuff pulled. I might need to have more stuff pulled. I'm looking around. More stickers, more paper. And I've also got this, guys. I've got my big thing of 3-dimensional stuff. Washi tapes. I got washi tapes. Maybe, let me see about my washi. Hang on, I'm looking. I like this. I'm liking this gold glittery kind. Hang on, I'm digging. I'm thinking I might like this too, but it's too much with this. This needs to have something simple with just something in here. Do you know what I mean? I think I'm liking just the stars around it. Hi, Brooke. Yeah, hi, Devin. Or I could paint it maybe purple and then stars over here. What, baby? Don't tump that over. My cats are in here now. I'm wondering if I want to do that purple or teal. So I can do all the colors. I can just, as long as they go together when they open up. You know what I mean? So, and I want some pockets. Let me make a couple pockets first. All right, let's do that real quick. So I've already cut these 2 pieces of paper for the pockets. Now, what do I want for those? I'm thinking I like this paper or this paper for the pockets. I think I have enough of that for 2. That would be pretty. And it's got silver in it too. So I'm going to have some 2 pages of silver, 2 pages of gold. All right. All right, I'm going to go with this for some pockets. It's just, I think it's just wax paper. I don't even think it's deli paper. It could be. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, let's make a couple pockets and also could make one out, another pocket out of some of this dragonfly. All right, let's see. Don't, well, I mean, I say don't email me because I'm taking a while, but this is like done on the fly. I mean, it's done on the, it's done impromptu. What do you want to say? Oh, all right. And this is how I work, though, guys. The only difference is I'm talking out loud to you guys. But this is exactly how I would be working. Exactly how I'd be working to make this. All right. So let's get right to as much of that as we can on there. Scissors. Okay, let's do this one. It's just a glue stick. And you could do the same thing with tissue paper or your napkins, which I do have that tissue paper I want to use too. The dragonfly and another one in there. All right. I don't think it's going to go on this page, but maybe one on that side. I think I want this on the double page on the next 2 pages. Let's see what we're going to do. Again, I'm just trying to show you as many of the techniques that I use. And you can use your whatever stuff. All right, so I think I'll washi tape those edges. Let's go ahead and trim off around the cardboard or the poster board. And I need a little bit more glue on. You always need extra glue on the corners. All right. Oh, good, Mary. I'm glad because that's what I wanted to show was a process. Okay, so let's see. I'll probably trim the edges of that anyway. All right, so this, I do want this on here. I just don't know if I want what I want to paint this colors because I'm going to want to paint this and this the same color. It doesn't have to be the same as these, which I might like these to be black because that'll really make this stand out. And then have this be purple. I think that's what it's going to be. And then these two on the next 2 pages can be pockets. Of course, this will be painted or covered with paper, one or the other. But then these will be pockets on this page. So there's our pockets for the next page. But let's go ahead. We're going to have to go back to painting some now, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and paint this black, and then this is going to be purple. Okay, so let's do that. So I need a piece of put something behind so I don't make a big mess. And I pulled this washi tape for something. I don't know. We'll see. I have a big mess on the table. You like those colors? Okay, so let's see. So let's do this black because I want to do some black and silver. I want to have some black and silver, and then we have the gold and blue, maybe the purple and gold. All right, so let's get some black paint here. Open here. I know I have one open. Here we go. And you're going to need quite a bit. All right, let's get that brush that I have over here in the water that we used with the blue. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's turn this over so it's flush against the crease. There we go. All right. And do some painting, guys. A little bit of painting. The black should only take maybe one coat with a couple of touch-ups. But again, I got a piece of paper here covering up the inside of the frame. I hope y'all getting ideas for making one of these for whatever theme you want, whatever theme that may be. I hope y'all are getting some ideas. I'm going to try to add as much detail as I can in the next hour and whatever. See, it just takes time to think about it and put it together, and you got to paint everything, splatter it, or, and again, I want to put some of the liquid pearls and some of the gold glitter, but I can't do that. I could maybe at the very last minute put a couple so you could see what it looks like, but it takes too long to dry to do that, like while I'm trying to do these other parts, right? But I want y'all to get the ideas. That's the most important thing to me, is that you get the ideas. Oh, thanks, Pamela. All right, let's go ahead, and again, there's probably going to be a lot of paper on this side, but in pockets or something, but I'm going to go ahead and paint it just so I don't have to think about exactly where each thing is going to go. And I could have got a bigger brush, but let's just go ahead. Maybe I'll put white stars on this one. I can do silver because I'm going to edge it too. So if I put silver star, yeah, I think I want white. I could edge it with silver, but I think I'm going to throw a bucket of white stars. That way I can put nebulization, with pencil or something, like as a background. Like it's kind of like you're making your own papers, and then you just use whatever. And then you just put pockets. You could do tip-ins, but pockets to put your ephemera in. That's the thing, to have a place to put it. But take your time and do neat edges and make sure you cover everything well. And I think I'll put the gold stars on the next page, even though that's got silver on it. I might put more gold on it too, because I want to use that silver star paper. I'm really dying to use that. All right, so let's try to kind of get it quickly painted. And you do have to watch some paint dry when you do a paint project like this, because it just takes that time. Okay, almost got it, guys. I am hurrying. Alrighty. Let's just make sure there's no splatters or bumps. Smooth that all out. Looks pretty good. Set this to the side. Heat gun. Yeah, you could do this with file folders if you didn't want to cut down poster board. I just wanted a little bigger size than a file folder, because remember, we did file folders for years, and the Alphabetica and all that, which I should get all my stuff out of the Alphabetica. It's in the closet. Alphabetica. Okay, I just need a little bit more right here. And again, I'm not so worried about the edges, because I'm going to edge that with gold or silver, one or the other. All right, now let's get a bucket of stars. And that brush, no telling where that brush went. I might have to just find another brush. The one that I'm using. The table is so full now. Yeah, I don't know where that little fluffy brush was I was using. It's buried under there somewhere. Let me just get another brush. If I'm not fine, there's the scissors. Oh, there's all my rubber bands. Let's see. I'll just get another brush. Okay, here, I'll just get another brush. Oh, we got flashed out there a little bit. Okay. Water down. All right, let's fix the lighting. It went way bright. Whoops, not that far down. There we go. All right, here we go. A little more water down. Of course, when you're doing this, it's going all over your table too, which I don't care, but be aware that you're splattering all around your table in any place that you don't have protected, including your lap. All right. But look what shirt I'm wearing today. All right, let's see. I want to make sure I get some littler ones in there. Okay, let me rinse this brush out. Set it on the table. I'll probably lose it. But, all right, here we go. But I'm going to move this out of the way now. Oh, she spins. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Juanita. She spins, i.e. Littlefoot. Now follow her on YouTube. If y'all like anything to do with yarn or spinning or knitting, you need to follow She Spins. This takes a minute because the blobs there will smear. So I want to make sure this gets dry well. Uh-oh, Eileen's trying to sell Janet on Magicals, which is a powdered pigment. Don't anybody get the wrong idea. I know that's not 100% dry, but I want to put this paper in there so you can see. See, look, guys. Doesn't that look awesome? Oh, look at my hands. Okay, so let's see. Now I'm going to look around a minute at my stuff sitting around here. I still want to use my stars on the next page and probably the dragonflies. Those would be two good sides. All right, let's see what else we got here paper-wise and little chipboards and planets and whatnot. Oh, my. Because what I'll do is I want pocket. I at least want one pocket here. Do I want one of these? See, I don't want to clash with this. Does that clash too much or does that go okay? What do y'all think? Does that go all right or is it too much? Probably this one with the least yellow. Or I could just make another one. And it might need to make something separate with just some paper. I think that'd be better. Let's see. Let's do a couple pockets. So let's get some chipboard or some poster board here. And then I want to glue some of this and make some pockets. Let's make one thin one going across the top. So let's see. I should get my cutter out. Be easier. Make some room over here. I'm going to move my cutter right over here. This is not quite dry yet. All right, so let's see. Let's probably make about a 4-inch pocket. and then a bigger one down here. But let's see, what wide do I want to make? Probably, let's see if that's small enough. Yeah, that's good. Okay, hang on, guys. I'm cutting down some poster board, chipboard stuff. All right. So now, let's see if I can do 2 on here or 1. Or I can do this in the middle and something on the sides, like this color. So that'll work. Okay. All right. So now, let me move this real quick. Hang on, guys. We'll make a couple pockets here. So let's see how much I need over here. Let's just fold this in half. All right. Scissors. Come back here, scissors. Oh. Hi, Kangaroo. Anybody else I missed? So we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. All right. Let's go ahead and then we'll trim it. Like this side better. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put some glue down. You can see how quick we're going to do this. I want to get to some more stuff. I want to get to some washi tape. I want to get to some dimensional items. Okay, let's fix the little bracelet that's going to be dragging through the glue. Tuck that in. Okay. Okay. Get rid of the bumps. Put this right here in the middle. Now I don't want to glue the sides down yet because I want to tuck this up under. So we're going to tuck this over here. I just wanted to make sure I got it even. I know I'm going fast. There's no patterns here, people. There's no patterns here. We're just going for it. Okay, so now I got that. So now we'll trim. And I want silver edging on this double page spread. So maybe I'll show you how I'm going to do that. We'll see how much time. I want to try to get everything. I have probably about an hour at the most. And this has glue on it, so I'm not saving any of this little scraps here. All right, so there's one pocket like that. All right, now let's see what we can do with this one. Or is that going to be on a yeah, that's going to be on the same page. All right, now let's do maybe a stripe. And, or this, I like this better. And then the stripes on the side. Okay, so I got enough there. Cut this in half. I think that should be enough. If not, I'll trim this down. And I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to trim it down a little anyway. Okay. So that will fit. These will fit on the side. Okay. Are we just zooming through, guys? Zooming through here. Hi, anybody I missed coming in? Putting a lot of glue. And I'll smooth it out. And you don't have to go this, when you're doing this, guys, take your time and enjoy it. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but, you don't want to have to rush through. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, and this one goes this way. Glue edge to edge. And then this will go on here. These are going to be pockets. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over and trim. Trash that. Okay, now we got 2 pockets. How's that? Is that quick? All right. So what I'm thinking is over on this side, we'll have a pocket up here and a pocket right here. And then we're going to edge this one all in silver. Right, let's move some. Let me put my brush in the water so it doesn't crust over. Let's move some stuff out of the way. Where's my glue stick? Here's the lid. The water. All right. All right. So now what I want to do is I want 2 pockets here. I'm going to want to edge all this in silver. I don't think I need to edge this in silver because it's pretty. It's okay. All right, so what I want to do, though, is now, let's see. I'm almost out of this glue. All right, so now I want it around this side and the bottom. All right, so now I'm going to put a nice thick coat of glue, and I think I'm going to have to open another bottle here. Shake it down here. So I'm going to go all the way around the bottom and 2 sides. Okay, 2 sides. Nice and thick. Get it right to the edge. If you have to, put even a little bit more. If you want a lot of glue, because you're going to try, this is going to be a pocket and you want it to hold. So there's going to be a pocket right there. And let's do this one. And then have another pocket here. You still with the tour? I know I'm missing all kinds of chat going on, guys. I'll go back and scrub through the chat later. So if I miss new people, I'll try to go find you. Yeah, Pacola's real good about. Well, and so is Julie. I was going to say Janet, but I'm just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for a minute. You really wanted to, before you start putting stuff in, you really want to make sure that glue's dry, because if you go to put something in now, if you go to stick something in your pocket and you touch the bottom where you got the glue, you're going to glue that in. So, don't fill your little pockets up until the glue is dry, because then you're gonna glue everything to the bottom or the sides, right? All right, but what I want to do now is get some silver and a silver gel pen. Let's see if my silver gel pen is working here. Let me find something to write on. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to want to go through and maybe do the same thing, and I'll use my silver. I don't have it out here, but I'll use my silver glitter and go back over all my star shines with glitter. So I'll put some of those throughout, maybe another one over here. I was thinking about doing some nebulization, but I don't think it needs it. I think we'll just let the pockets speak for themselves. But I will go back and glitter up. And we'll see if we have time toward the end. Then I'll go in here and do that. I'll go in here and put the glitter on these before we leave, because it'll have to sit and dry once the glitter is on there. Is anyone else having trouble with IG cutting off the edges of the post on iPad? No, I always try to make sure. Devin, that I just post square pictures on Instagram, because it will cut off. It will cut off. Portrait size. All right, let's put one more down here. And again, I'm thinking purple on the next 2 pages, but so I don't want to glue this down yet until I decide on that. All right, so now we have some star shines here. Again, I'm going to go over with, where's my silver? Do I have silver sitting out? No, anyway, I'll have to get my silver stickles out. but I could do a couple of planets. I got this thing here. Might be too big. Might have to just draw some in. Oh, here's a small one. I want purples though. There's an earth. Maybe that's all we need is just an earth. And I'll silver edge it. And then maybe just a couple of dots of color. And same thing for these edges. I think I'm going to want some kind of like here's some planets or something on the edges. I'm not sure yet. These are kind of brown in them. I don't really want anything. Oh, there we go. That's got maybe this and down here or this way. Something on the edges. These little die cuts. I'm not sure. They're not quite big enough, or maybe I could put 2 or 3 together, kind of cluster them. Or I could cluster a planet like one of my punch outs. I don't have the right color sitting here, but I could have it like a punch out, not this color, but then have, a couple, like a little cluster, kind of like I did the Asian one. I think that's what I'll do, but I don't have the right colors. I'll have to paint some. All right, so glue. So in the meantime, I will just get a color pencil and put a couple of them. I'll put one up there, one of the die cuts right there. And then, let's see, purple, blue, purple, lavender. Those 2 will be good enough. Maybe some white. All right. Let me sharpen these pencils. How's it looking, guys? Are we getting anything out of this? Because I am really hurrying. I'm really hurrying to show you as many things as we can. And I'll do another flip through of the Asian book here in a little bit too. Okay, so now I could add even inside some of the star shines here. We could do the colors. Let's do a blue over here. And again, I'm going to do glitter over these. I just have a couple here. Something like that. Just to bring some of that color around. And then maybe have 1 or 2 shooting stars. Well, let me get my Posca rolling. Do 1 more over here. A small one. Something like that. You can you can work replay and work along. Yeah, I got to really slow it down, right? Because we're rushing through. All right, so again, I want to make sure that, as the glue is drying, that these edges are really getting stuck. So I'm just kind of, going back along here. All right, and again, what we'll have is different. Let me cut down these tags here. Which ones do I want to cut down? All right, I can probably do it quicker with my cutter, so hang on. At least cut them in half, and then I can trim them. And you could put some fibers or ribbons or I want to edge the silver on this big page though first too. Oops, missed that one. Go back and do that one again. Okay. Get all these little scraps off here, which I could have just moved the folder. Right, again, making sure everything is gluing down. But now we got all these, like these little tags that came with it. There's a little wolf, a little bird, a little deer, a little moon, another little deer, and there's different ones on the back, but I think all the creatures are on one side. There's another owl, a feather, a howling wolf. So what you can do with this is you can just make a bunch of them together. Now, hang on. Let me come into my paper clipping stuff here. Maybe I like these paper clips that are black and white, since we seem to have that kind of going on around it too. Now let's see if I got any. I don't know if I have any ribbon that's going to work. Oh, here's a little black and white. That might work. But this is all my paper clips and some ribbons in here. But I don't know that I'm going to have the right colors that I'm going to want. Like some teal color or purple. Oh, there's a purple, a little bit of purple. All right, let's see. It's pretty little pieces, but maybe I can make it work. Like tiny little rag flags, ribbon flags, just making a slip knot. Just a little slip knot on the ribbon like this. And if it's silky, like this is pretty silky, you might want to put a little glue on that to hold it. But so you can do something like this. I know I'm missing lots of chat, guys. I'm so trying to get so much done here for you that I'm not paying much attention to the chat. Save those scraps. And so, no, she doesn't need any of those scraps. She'd shoot me. Okay, so there we go. Like that. And like this. And then you can take your little, you know, some of them, you can either put them all together and kind of just paper clip them together and do it neat or however you want. And again, I don't want to touch the sides of this on the inside where the glue is. So I'm just going to kind of just gently set it right there for a minute, or you can, you know, kind of go down. See how the paper clip can hook on? You can't really see it, but like that. And then you can have, let me move this out of my way. Could have another something here and just have that paper clip kind of hanging over the edge if you wanted something else paper clip there, or you could have some of your papers. This envelope, somebody sent me this and I just like it like it is. I like the colors like it is. So I think I'm just going to use this envelope as is on one of the pages to put things in, you know, on the next page maybe. So there's like, just take this big giant envelope. I'll glue the edges down so it stays shut. And then just have this for, you could put your chipboards in there. You could put your little pieces of scrap paper that you didn't finish using, you know, or, you know, you can have this just kind of, again, don't touch the edges because you'll stick it, you'll glue it in. All right, let's see, what else do I have here? So we got something like that going on. This could even, after this is glued down, this could even go in here or tuck in. I'm going to put it on the other page, but just so you can see. We could also have this unicorn paper. Could be a border edge. But what I want to do on this edge, we have the other one that's got gold on the front. It's going to have gold on the front and gold on the back. And again, this is not finished a second coat of paint. And there'll be some pockets or something on the back here too. But I want to show you that, like I have the gold on the front. Let me find my silver. Is this it? It's pewter. It's blue. So let me see. I've got some silver here somewhere. Oh, I got purple. Let's go with purple. Purple glitter, or not glitter, purple metallic. All right. So let's put out some purple metallic. And what I want to do now is the same thing as I did on the cover, but I want to be careful. I don't want to get it on the front. So I'm going to go all around the edge here with the purple metallic on this one. And I'm just going to try to spin it here so I don't make a big mess. Isn't that pretty? Oh, you probably can't see it till I hold it up. So I'm going to put purple metallic all the way around this one. And I want to paint the next 2 pages. I got to let this, I'm going to have to let heat gun this because I want this to dry. But just edging everything gives it some oomph. See? Can y'all see that? The purple metallic. And I'm going to want to do this inside too. But I probably don't want to do that yet because then I can't do anything with this because it'll be touching. Whoops. I'll have to paint over that. I smeared it right there. All right, let's keep rolling. But I'm going to want to do the inside of the frame too. And I'm making it so it's not perfect, although I did get a little splotch right there. I want to go all the way around with the purple. Okay. So can y'all see the purple edge? It's not really showing up, but let me get some baby wipes here. Hi, Dot. Anybody else I missed? All right, so that's just the Deco Art Metallic Lavender Frost. Extra sheen. Now, pencil's not going to go over this. Don't use this to go like in your color books if you want a color pencil. But like for stuff like what I'm doing here, edging and stuff. So it's called Lavender Frost. Extreme Sheen. All right, so now I do want to fix that little spot right there. I can either do that with a pencil probably to cover it up. Now, let me just get the paint. Let me just go back over that. I just kind of made a blob there. All right. Now, baby wipes. So there we go. Looking pretty. Looking pretty. Did I say hi to you, CB? Hi. Judy, Debbie, Riddick. Anybody else? I'm just trying to get all the paint off my hand here and reach out at the same time. All right, so let me dry this a little. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have done that because it's going to take a minute to dry. And I wanted to get the other page. I guess I could put some, what do you call it, a wax paper between. I'm probably going to have to do that. I'll give it a little bit of a dry, but I'm probably just going to have to put some wax paper if I want to go on to the next page. I'm probably not going to have time to do much. You know what? I think what I'm going to do, guys. All right, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to paint this all in the dark purple. Okay, this is all this inside border and around here is going to be purple. And then what I'll do is I'll probably edge this with stickles, silver stickles. So when you open that up, because this is going to take a minute to dry, and I want to pick out a couple other things to show you. So let's just set this aside real quick because I've got paint over the bottom of everything here. So yeah, okay. I've got a kind of a lot of colors going on. All right. So what I want to show you though is some of the other things that we have to go in the book. So let me just kind of set this aside and I'll show you the Asian book. Again, I can't close this all the way, but you can see how we got the cover going there. And the back is going to be this blue as well. So the back and the front are this blue. And then when you open it up, we're going to have purple and teals. So this one will have purples. And then I think the next one, this double page spread will be teals. And then in the teals, I can use the purple and some other stuff inside on top of the teal. So that's the color theme we're going for. But the covers are going to be the blues. So there's that. Let me see if I can back out a little bit so you can see how big it is here. So there you can see the whole thing. So you can see the whole thing. Well, it's just a start, really. I mean, because we're going up on 3 hours. We're going into 3 hours working on it, and you see it takes a while. Like I said, the Asian one, which let me set this aside so I can bring it over here, took I don't know, at least 4 or 5 hours, and that doesn't include drying time. But I want to show you some of the other things. Oh wait, I just pulled that out of the back. Here, let's put this back in here. So let me show you this one real quick, and then I want to pull a couple other things for the star one. Like maybe some ribbons, some dimensional stuff. I didn't pull any washi tape yet. So this is the one. There is a flip of this on Instagram. So if you want to see the whole, flip again later and not have to watch this whole video, you can go over on Instagram and see me flip it. Okay, so again, here's some little tucked in things here. See how I have the two double pockets? That's kind of what we just made on the two pockets is what we just made on the stars. And then here is a frame. And again, all the little dots and things, like if I want to do the stars or any more edging with the pearls or the glitter, it has to sit and dry for a couple of hours. So these are napkins. These are this napkin right here. Well, here, this napkin here. And then look at the ribbon here. See how I have the floral ribbon? Well, I can dig through my ribbons and I probably have some star ribbon or some washi tape. This is washi tape. Again, I got gold around the edges. This little branch here that just lays on top. It's got glitter on it, but all that has to dry in stages. The gold on the inside, I wanted to look like gold wood. So I left it streaky a little bit, not too much, but enough streaks that it looks like wood. And then all these dots are the liquid pearls, again, that take a couple hours to dry. And then I put some of the little, more of the ribbon here, and then I cut some little rosettes off the ribbon. So we got rosettes in the corner. This is washi tape, surrounded by washi tape. And then this page right here is one of those big tissue sheets from Stamperia. Okay. Up, and here come the cats. Don't get in any paint, baby. Okay. And so again, washi tape, rosettes, and cut out different pieces of napkins that have been glued down. Here's some more little stuff just tucked in here. And then the next page has got these two pockets with more stuff tucked in. And you could put more paper clips on it, with more ribbons and stuff like that. I see you, baby. I see you, little princess. Just don't get in my paint. This is dry, but don't go that away. And so little pockets here. I showed all the individual little elements at the beginning. This is the foam stamp, which I was going to use again. Not that one, but what did I do with it? It's under here. Oh, here it is. I'm going to use this stamp in the planets and the stars on one of the pages, purple or lavender or blue, one or the other, with this foamy. This is a foamy. So, yes, clusters in the corner. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, did that. And it also helps stabilize and secure your pockets. And then here's the back. And again, paper, pocket, You can see the pocket there. This is a napkin, and this is just the paper cut into shapes there, and then edged with stickles and or some are edged with stickles. There you can see the glitter, and some just has gold paint. See, this is just the gold paint around the edges. And so there's that one. And again, if you missed at the beginning of the show, it does take a couple hours, sometimes 2 or 3, to fully render the video with the full 3-hour chat. But I showed all my packets of stuff of the other themes, the steampunk, under the sea steampunk one, the Leonardo da Vinci one. So I'm going to have, I think, 6 different ones of these with different themes. So real quick, let me move this. And again, this is wet, so I'm only going to pull it over here for a minute because I don't want the cat in it. So this is the space with the wolves and the owl. See there in the front, we have it in blue, and I outlined it all in gold. And then here's it with the purple and the black and the blue. And then some of the things that I want to use are these papers and stuff. So let me just kind of show you. I got this, like I said, this stamp. I have some different things like this and some punchinella. We use the punchinella on the cover. Here's some different, like an envelope, some other papers that I had. So just different papers, and you can make pockets. All right, so these are 2 pockets I made for the next 2 pages. So there's these pockets here, which then I can use some more of the chipboard things on it if I want. I have this dragonfly gold paper. I have the tissue paper with the stars. So I have this stuff to use. And then let's just take a minute to look in the dimensional stuff here and see if we can find anything that we can use in the stars. This is just all junk jewelry, different little wood cuts, and different little, look, there's a little owl there. That little owl. I don't want to get it too foresty though. I've got these kind of paper clips that are metal, like just different metal. They're all paper clips. This will be good for the steampunk one, under the sea steampunk. But just whatever. I mean, there's all kinds of dominoes, just all kinds of little metal pieces, which a lot of these metal pieces will be good for. Oh, look, this needs to go on my Asian one. Look. Asian coin thing. I'll pull that to put on my Asian book. And then there's just, odd things, odd jewelry and buttons and just little pieces of, what do you call it? Glossy accented things, googly eyes. There's some shells. Look, these little tiny shells. So these little shells could go on the cover. Around the cover of the steampunk under the sea. And then I've got corners like this kind of stuff. This might go on the Renaissance one. Nothing's really grabbing me with the stars. There's some marbles. There's a little binder clip. Something that will go with outer space. I'm not seeing anything outer spacey in here. I just pulled this because here's some keys. Just because, oh, here, these are cool to use. This will be good on the steampunk. I've had these forever. Look at these little tiny gears. So those can go on the steampunk one. Oh, this might be good. A camera. That actually might be good in the outer space. I might pull that. But I'm not seeing a lot of stuff. Here's a star. Can paint silver or gold. some wings. I saw another wing over here. Maybe we could put a wing on one of our owls or our wolf or something. That might be good. You just got to kind of sit and sit with your stuff for a while, you know, and kind of just see what you got. If you haven't used it for a while. Oh, there's a little, I painted a little bird thing on there, but it's silver and black. So that kind of attracted me to it. Watch pieces, little bird houses. So you like those little gears? I know. So here's another, that's a bigger shell. I don't want something too big. I don't want something too bulky on the covers, right? So just different. There's one of those little Tim Holtz little hooks there. Could probably use that, hook that on there and have something hanging. Trust me, I've got more of these bins of stuff. Y'all saw my blue one that has all the little brads and the little metal brads and not gears. Yeah, I can't think what the word is. But tons of, there's a little paper clip. I mean, a little bookmark. It's purple. I'm thinking of the colors and stuff. Oh, I think this is some of that Tim Holtz film strip. Yeah. Look, the old Tim Holtz film strips. I mean, I don't think there's anything on it, but these will be good on the Renaissance, like the corners of the Renaissance one I'm going to do. So there's a little fish button, but just all kinds of little things like this that you can glue on. There's a little compass. Birdhouses. There's another shell. Just random things. But you just want to take your time and pick things out. Yeah, this is one I have. Well, let me see. How time is it? Okay, I got time. If I can get to it. Let's see. I'm going under the table. I got two other embellishment boxes that I go to all the time. This one and I have a whole box full of just buttons, but I don't use them very much anymore. I don't use buttons very much. Let's move this. So hang on. Ugh. Embellishment Emporium. Bye, Brooke. So this one has a little of everything. It's got ribbons. It's got jewels. See, all this stuff, I need to go through it as I'm making these books because I'll use it. Look, if I remember to go to it, look, scraps. And then there's confetti and there's just doily. There's just random stuff here. Here's more like silver jewelry stuff. Here's some, this will probably be good in, I don't know, all kinds of twine and ribbons. Lots of ribbons in this little box. But then there's like glittery ribbons. And don't forget the cat. Y'all seen me do that before. Oh, here's another piece of, see, they come in different sizes of rosettes. You can get this, like, I don't remember if it comes on a spool or by the yard, but different rosettes. Here's some sequence ribbon. See, all this stuff you can use in your makings. Lots of twine in here and ribbon. So there's this one that I need to go through every now and then. But this is the one I was telling you that has the brads and the eyelets. That's the word I was looking for. So this is old. This back in the scrapbooking days. So it's got lots of brads like this. Remember any of y'all that scrapbook that with lots of brads? So I've got them all in little containers. So these are pretty organized. All the little brads and stuff. Here's the old Prima little metal tins. And then Queen and Company. Eileen will know all this. Oh, now look, this would be good in my Asian. Look at these. I made these little envelopes a long time ago. Look, out of this little vellum Asian papers. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I need a couple of those. I'll pull 3 of these to put in my Asian book just because we can. Brads. These are leaves. Just every color kind of brad. Safety pins of every size. This is kind of like my metal stuff. Metal brads, big brads, small brads. Paper clips. Tiny little beads. What's in here? Flowers. But a lot of metal. And the thing about this case, it's double-sided. So you turn it over, and you got a whole nother compartment on this side. This is all sequins. So I've got a lot of sequins in here, and they're all in little bags, all different kinds of sequins. Oh, here, we need to pull these stars. Oh, and this purple. We need to pull that. See? This is all sequins in here. Well, let me show you. There's a rubber band on it for a reason. Look. All different kinds of sequins in here. And again, more brads, all kinds of metal stuff. And then snowflake sequins, leaf sequins, a mirror, words, snowflakes. Oh, look, this would be good for our planets. Look at that, pulling that, see? All kinds of jewels, the faux rhinestone, and every color of sequins. Beads, sequins, more metal stuff. Eileen will recognize a lot of that. Trust me. Oh, look, a little deck of cards. I think that's a little deck of cards. Yeah, a little deck of cards. Metal words, metal everything. K and Company. More sequins. Do I need those? Maybe. 4-leaf clovers. Oh, look, butterflies in those colors. Butterflies in the colors of our space. You wouldn't be able to focus. That's what Janet says about my. Janet says that about my papers. She can't focus when she gets OCD about my collage papers. So let's put this away. Hang on. It goes under the table on a shelf. On a shelf. And then it kind of has to layer up. Let's put this, well, I'll move that out because I might use that. So anyway, and then I found some more. I can't find. So if y'all have seen me do this, I love this. Let me see if I can do this. So we've done this before. Usually it's with the multicolor ones, but let's see if I can do this. So when you when a cat coughs up a fur ball, oh, it didn't show up. It didn't show up because it's on colors. Oh, anyway. Oh my gosh. So there's my little I know, right, Eileen? So anyway, guys, but I hope y'all had fun. And again, here's what we've got so far done on the inside. The covers are going to be blue, and we're going to have more, animals and themed on the with the stars. And of course, I have a lot of that paper as well. So let me show you. I didn't know if I showed you these again. So they have words. I can cut out some of the themed words. And this is the Stamperia paper. And here's some more tags. And see, I can use these on the inside to make pockets. And here's some more tags. So there's some more little tags. So I'll try to put all this together and try to at least finish this book by Wednesday. So Wednesday, you can see this book done. And again, if you missed the beginning of the show, I show different themes that I'm going to do. I'm going to do the Leonardo da Vinci one. I'm going to do the steampunk, under the sea steampunk. I'm going to do a Renaissance one. So, yeah. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. Don't forget, Janet comes on in about an hour. I'm going to try to run over to the get some prints made for my thank yous and get back before Janet streams, or maybe right after. So hopefully I'll get back between 1 and 1:30 and get over to Janet's stream. So, oh, thanks, Tracy. Hi, Joan, Marion, anybody I missed. Thanks, Cat and Paste, Uncertain Voyage. Thanks to Pacola, Janet, and Julie Topaz, my awesome mods. I don't know if I guess that's pretty much it, guys. I guess we'll end it here, and we'll see you over at Janet's in about an hour. Hi, G. Thanks, Carla. Thanks, CB. So y'all have a good afternoon. Try to make it over at Janet's, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Thanks, guys. Bye.